It's been around more than 80 years. Some of the most vicious and intense competition you'll ever see. What is it? Extreme fighting. It originated in Brazil. Titanic matches lasting as long as an hour and a half before they were over. It is the ultimate battle of attrition, with variables like martial arts and wrestling thrown in. Leave the judges at home. This is mano a mano. It ends when one man can't continue. It boils down to holds, movements, reversals, and knowing how to utilize leverage. What you'll see tonight is matches with a time limit and a 5-minute overtime for the championship match. Battlecade presents Extreme Fighting. And we are ready to go. Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Bontempo. We're all excited for this match tonight. This cross martial arts reference here. We've got Sambo, Judo, Karate, Kickboxing, Greco-Roman wrestling, and of course, the legendary Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. My partner and the matchmaker for this match tonight, John Perretti Jr., a 4-time international kickboxing world champion. And John, do you agree the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the most revered form here?
Absolutely. These guys know it all. They're the toughest to compete against. They know ground fighting. They'll take you down there to prove it.
So we've got that coming up. Now the legendary Gracie family, they come in here. They bring so much to the table. What is that mystique?
80 years of tried and true working to get ahead and learn little techniques that no one else knows. Go beyond judo, go beyond Greco-Roman wrestling, and get to the real grappling of this world.
Well, can the Gracies be beaten? Well, we've got another legend right here tonight. Mr. T checks in with us from the locker room. Mr. T, let's go to you now.
Thanks, Dave. That's right, it's me. Who was you expecting? Mickey Mouse? That's beside the point. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to show you these fighters backstage. We're in the back part, what we call the E-Team. The E-Team for extreme fighters. These guys are bad, better than me, but we ain't going to talk about that. I'm going to introduce you to some of the guys. Some guys going to talk to you, some guys not. Now, if the guy don't want to talk to me, that's okay. I understand that. These guys are prepared. They've been training for years, you know. Enough talking. These guys are ready. I watched them stretch this morning, you know, pulling their muscles, all that stuff. I tell you, this is going to be exciting, you know. So sit back, relax, you know, fasten your seatbelt. This is going to be some kind of ride. I'm excited to be here. Stay tuned. All right, take it back, Dave.
Well, naturally, we have a Gracie to start off the program tonight. John, set us up with that.
Health Gracie, one of the toughest little 159-pounders you ever see. He can punch, and he can grapple, and he can sit on you as long as he wants to.
All right, now what do you think of some of the magical things he brings to this competition? His past.
His past is that he is the grandson of the great Carlos Gracie. And he just knows exactly what he has to do to keep that great chain of being ideology going.
The Gracies, their own family, they've got their own style. They have been the kings of kickboxing. There you see in their Health Gracie, getting ready for the final moments here, stretching. Nice 12-0 record there. He looks pretty relaxed there, John.
Oh, he's so relaxed. He was in the restaurant tonight just sitting there socializing.
Well, we've seen many of these martial arts combatants as they have been relaxed on the plains, talking to their people, really not that affected as they get into themselves, more or less a one-on-one relationship with their mind here getting ready.
They're totally involved with that kind of psychological preparation.
All right, so there you get a good look at Gracie as he's in the locker room getting ready for this competition. Well, let's take a closer look at Gracie as we get ready for this event tonight.
Battlecade, all the Gracies and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighters want to prove more for the world. So my martial arts is better than your martial arts. That's why we're here, for just prove it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and the legendary Gracie family, Health Gracie.
Well, there is Health Gracie coming in here. And John, definitely the look of a winner.
You have no idea what you're going to see here. This is the most dominating influence at 159 pounds you have ever witnessed. This boy is a spectacle. Now, he might look like not the most conditioned bodybuilder in the world, but this is an aerobic machine. This boy goes and goes and goes.
Well, sometimes bodybuilding may not be the answer anyway because it will affect your flexibility. He looks like he's perfectly honed that way.
This is the most interesting fighter you're going to see in a long, long time. He upholds the heritage in a way that you wouldn't believe.
As you get a good look at him. And his opponent tonight, Makoto Muraoka, comes in here knowing that he has to defeat a member of the legendary Gracie family. He's a kicking specialist, a totally different style. Let's take a look at him.
This is something nobody can do like us. We have a special technique and skill. So this is, some people say this is same as street fight. I don't think so. This is a total martial arts, I can say that.
And his opponent coming to the ring now from Sapporo, Japan, Makoto Muraoka.
Muraoka makes his entrance. Very confident. Now he's more stocky built here. We've got a contrast.
He's a kicker, so he's going to have a thicker waist from lifting his legs than the Brazilians do. But this guy can jam. But you watch Health Gracie, he's going to come running across that ring like you've never seen, probably throw a low kick and try to get the tackle. This boy rocks.
He told you all that, huh?
No, I've done it to me before.
And John Perretti knows firsthand, having seen these fighters and have made this match. Ralph Gracie, 12-0. Health going against Makoto Muraoka, 8-0. One of the O's must go in this lightweight division, 159 and under. We're ready to go now.
On my right, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, grandson of Jiu-Jitsu creator Carlos Gracie, brother of Henzo, with a record of 12 wins, 0 losses, the 1993 Ballet Tudo champion. He is 24 years old, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 159 pounds. Introducing the infamous Health Gracie. On my left, from Sapporo, Japan, under the watchful eye of Benny the Jet Urquidez, with a record of 8-0. He is the grand champion of game shoot wrestling in Japan, with a black belt in Kidokai Shin Karate and Judo. He is 27 years old, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 159 pounds, Makoto Muraoka. And introducing your referee for this evening, ex-world champion in Russian Sambo and Judo, an undefeated 5-time world bare-knuckled no-rules champion from Armenia, Gokar Chvichian.
Well, the stage is set. We're ready to go here. John, now what does Muraoka have to take away from Gracie here?
Well, he's got to be more aggressive, and he's got to try to stop the onslaught. But when you see this whirlwind start, you know, just be ready. Hold on to your seats, because this guy can rock. That's what I said.
You really have to worry about the early going when you face him. Try to get out of the early stages.
Here he comes. See the style difference right away. Heavy right front foot, heavy left front foot. And look, he punches.
Gracie just showing something here. Right to the head. You see the kicks attempted there by Muraoka right in front of us here. Now he tries to spin.
Right, see the space, big right hand and a counter, and there's the beginning of the fight right there. That's the position he wants to be in. He's been there a million times. He turned his back. The worst thing you can do to a Gracie. Turned his back, made it so easy. He's got his neck. This fight is over.
Wow,
this fight is over. He'll tap out.
Punches to the neck.
Oh no.
Out. Submission is what you want. He tries to come back.
He has no idea how to escape from this position. And that's it in the fight.
John, very well described by you. He had no...
He's unconscious. I choked him right out. Keep them out of the ring. Out of the ring.
A little bit of commotion comes in there now. So important, that first hold. You cannot let the guy get on top of you. That was instantaneous what Gracie did.
Yeah, just make sure you understand that this happens in judo all the time. Okay, guys get choked out. They're not losing their air. It's just blood to the head.
And the quick strangulation, you saw the referee right on top of that too. Immediately looking for that.
Oh, he's a great referee. He really knows what he's doing. He's just a terrific referee.
He knew exactly what had to get done there, and he completed his act right there. Well, you face a Gracie, legendary performer like that, and now they're talking to Muraoka. As Gokar did a nice job staying right on top of it. He had good position there to observe the hold. I guess the referee has to make sure he's not blocked out by any particular angle.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Well, this is the nightmare that Muraoka faced right away. Gracie gets on top here, and he starts to pound the neck, John.
Well, he put the hooks in. You see the legs, those are the hooks. That's the control factor. If you don't remove the hooks, then the choke comes. As soon as the hooks are in, you have to remove them. If you get in a position like that, he's already going unconscious. He tries in futility to punch to the face. He has just not practiced escaping from a hold like this from such an anaconda like this boy.
I think people watching for the first time would be amazed that you can put a person unconscious that fast with one hold.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's closing off the blood to each side of his head. Here we go again.
Well, this is your second look at it. And Gracie...
Watch the big right hand.
Watches as his opponent tries to cook the kicks, everything like that. He cannot get Gracie off balance. As Muraoka looking for space. Right hand by Gracie, the first takedown right there. And actually, at this point, you're sensing the fight might be over here.
I said it immediately. I mean, he goes to his back. He's just playing around by punching him. The punching is a distraction to get inside and to get that beautiful rear naked on his neck.
Once Muraoka had been taken down, what was his move to try? You can't let the legs get planted there. I guess that was key.
As soon as he gets the hooks in, your game is over. You know, that Jean LaBelle type finishing hold, boy, you know, that rear naked is a killer. It takes 2 seconds. That might have taken 2.5.
Well, once you get it going, that's it. Well, now for the decision of the time, here's ring announcer Scott Berlinger.
Ladies and we are unmiked.
He's got no mic.
He's going through the mechanics.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and
in the first bout, in 40 seconds of the first, winner by submission, Health Gracie.
So Health Gracie, to no surprise for industry observers, makes very fast work here in our opening bout and shows you, John, the type of power and the type of moves that constitute explosiveness, and also you have to be very impressed with his balance here.
Oh, and spatial, you know. He really understands distance. Maroko tries to throw that little roundhouse kick to the leg. He steps back away from it. He moves in right after the leg goes down. These guys practice this stuff in their sleep.
Well, what was he keying off that he was able to turn it that quickly? He was looking for the next kick, and it didn't happen. But when he saw the kick coming, he was able to play off it immediately.
Exactly.
You don't give a Gracie a second chance.
He gives you something to think about by throwing the right hand, and then he tackles you.
Well, we have more bouts coming up. Here's Scott Berlinger to introduce our next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Penthouse Pet of the Year 1995, Gina LaMarca.
Well, next one coming up, we'll get the introduction shortly. We've got Igor Zinoviev and Harold German. German 17-0, Zinoviev 15-0. Now, German was an alternate who came in here and a boxer. The only one in the competition, and he might be in for a rude awakening.
You know, in my opinion, boxers can't defend themselves below their waist. What do you have to say about it?
Well, that's something they haven't seen before, and boxers will come back and say people in martial arts cannot take a punch because they're not practiced in taking it. They're practiced in blocking it, which is the whole discipline. But in boxing, of course, you spar, so you take shots. So boxers may have the chin, but this is about more than the chin. It's about all the moves combined. But that's what makes this mix of disciplines fun, I think.
Absolutely. Igor Zinoviev is truly a great fighter. I mean, this guy has the best leg sweeps I have ever seen in the history of karate or judo. This guy can do everything. He can punch with his right hand.
Well, Igor Zinoviev says nobody knows what might happen if he fights Mario Sperry. He thinks you have to adjust to every situation. And this import from St. Petersburg, Russia, has done a nice job so far.
I like fight. I like fight, I like some decision, you know. Who does win?
From St. Petersburg, Russia, please welcome Igor Zinoviev.
Igor Zinoviev going through the final preparations here, John, as he
want you-
187 pounds.
I want you to look at this guy and look at him hard. This boy is amazing. He is a physical specimen, and he doesn't lift weights.
Is there a calorie of fat on this guy?
I'd say he's about at 7% body fat. And the referee checks him for a cup and checks him for a mouthpiece.
He looks sculpted. Well, Harold German comes in here, a very extroverted guy, very pleasant to talk to, believes that his boxing skills will make a big impact on this fight. This is his opportunity to find out.
What I think is so great about this type of fighting is that it's the only art, or it's the only kind of sport that really shows different systems together, so you can see what systems really kind of dominate.
Bronx, New York, Harold German.
There's Harold German coming in. Of course, he is the one fighting Igor Zinoviev, not John Lewis, who was in this competition originally. Now, Harold German is giving away a lot of weight, John, as well. He's 168. In fact, initially slated to fight in the lightweight competition, bulked up a little bit. Now he's in here, and I'll tell you what,
Well, he never
definitely
made...
different as far as his outlook is concerned, too. More verbose than the martial artist.
Oh, yeah, but, you know, he never made 158. He was slated to fight 6 months ago at that time. He came in at 168. He looks like he's about at 175 by now.
He's ready. We're all ready. Let's go to ring announcer Scott Berlinger.
On my right, from St. Petersburg, Russia, the 1995 Empire State Games Judo Absolute Division champion. He was the captain of the Russian judo team, with a kickboxing record of 15-0. He is 28 years old, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall. Weighing in tonight at 187 pounds, Igor Zinoviev. And on my left, from the Bronx, New York, fighting in the styles of American Muay Thai boxing, the Puerto Rican light heavyweight Golden Gloves champion with a record of 17-0. He is 21 years old, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 168 pounds, Harold German.
Igor Zinoviev and Harold German set to go. If I was
Oh my God!
in bad shape right now.
Oh my God, look at this.
This is not what he is used to, and Harold German is in deep trouble.
He's gonna break his leg.
He needs to turn around and try to make this a
He's
fight.
breaking his leg. This fight is over. He's breaking his ankle. He's on his knee now. He's got a knee lock. Harold just doesn't know what to do.
Well, he hasn't been in this situation before. He's trying to turn it around, struggling to survive.
See that
doing
Sambo
everything.
guy? He lived through that. That was pretty amazing.
That was a pretty nice move there. Harold German is still here, but he is taking a pounding. This is like on the street. This is not a fight now. He can't put his gloves up, and he has a long way to go. It could be stopped any second.
He's tapping out.
Yes.
He quit.
And appropriately so. You know, it's a blitzkrieg type of an attack, John. Harold German, the first kick really got to him. He needed to establish this as a fight right away, and he could not.
Igor Zinoviev with a hopping side kick and just completely freaked me out.
Well, he knew he was coming in against a boxer too, so I think he changed some of his usual strategy. He told me this week, adjust to the situation. He adjusted to the reputation of Harold German. Hey, I've seen Trevor Bourbon in this competition get blasted. Harold German here, going through paces, and they're asking him where he is and go up and down and through that. Now, Harold German has sparred with Aaron Davis. He's done well from a boxing standpoint. The key is that the boxer has to impose that style in this fight, and it must be done quickly. He was unable to do that, and so Harold German becomes, in this sense, a casualty of this style. Well, we'll show it to you all again, and John looking at Igor Zinoviev right away. Again, establishing the tone, goes right for the body.
Oh, you know, that hopping side kick, he just took the air out of him right there. He follows in, and you watch. He throws the little sweep. I told you he was great at that. And then he just sizes him up. You see him in there? He says, maybe I'll take a knee.
Harold German is already in deep water here. Now, you figure Zinoviev used to harder fights than this, but able to go against a boxer. Now, for German, all of this is a foreign language. Now, the leg thing there, what is happening with the leg?
He's trying
press?
to get the knee, but German's a great athlete and just spins around and kind of looks at him, and he can't get the knee.
Now, there German is in trouble because there are no corners here. It's all rounded. No place to go when you're in trouble. At this point, German is thinking he might get out of it, but now he doesn't have the strength. This is where the 20 pounds hurts him, and then he becomes the victim of a scissor leg attack there.
Oh, yeah, he's got an ankle crank on him. He's got a knee attack on him, and German's grimacing. I mean, he's really, really doing quite well at this point.
German is trying to do the same thing that's happening to him, but he's not experienced in twisting the ankle here.
Right.
It's all new. And then, once he's not able to turn it, Zinoviev with the legs will do it. But German fights hard.
Oh, watch the little rollover that Zinoviev did right there. When you understand that Zinoviev has finally decided to give up the knee, he decides he's going to have to pummel him a little.
And so he starts going downstairs here on Harold German. Now, if you've been on the bottom of a fight, it's one thing with people your own weight class. Now a guy's sitting on you, locking you, 20 pounds heavier, and you don't have enough arms, legs, or anything to protect that face.
His position first, remember that. And he is in a bad position. That one little leg could protect him if he knew how to put it in front of himself. Don't think Harold hasn't been wrestling for this.
Yes, he has been, and he tried some moves. But in this case, I really think the 20 pounds, in this particular case, hurt him in this situation because he was unable to make the full escape and get this back on even terms.
You might very well be right.
And he is just taking it here, and of course, this is what you had to do here. Another angle of Zinoviev pounding away. Now, German here is, watch what he's doing with the ankle. He thinks he's doing the same thing that's happening to him. But Zinoviev, a master here, turns it around with the legs. And German fought hard to his credit here. Now, he's still trying to find an answer, and Zinoviev, out of respect, I think, to what German had done, decides it's whaling time.
I agree with you again. What you have to understand here is that he's got that side control position.
Yes.
And Igor is content to punch the face.
Well, you have to start throwing bombs if you're the fighter, and German here is having it taken to him, and a good move by the referee. When you start seeing 15, 16 in a row here, forget it.
Harold is basically, in one way or another, pleading with the referee to stop this. He just can't make the physical move to do it.
Right, well, Zinoviev showed you two different ways to skin the goose here. Well, for the final results, let's go to Scott Berlinger.
In our second bout this evening, stopped at the 42nd mark by the referee, winner, Igor Zinoviev.
Well, Igor Zinoviev takes care of business in just 40 seconds. Two fights here, very quick, something that you're not used to seeing. However, with Harold German, a boxer coming in here and totally in a different realm. That's why the mixture of the styles is extremely interesting, sort of like a horse race that you would see different people. Well, Mr. T, our roving reporter, is going to get inside now to some of the action going on here. We go to him down. Go ahead, T, with Igor. Take us, T.
First of all, congratulations on that tough match. Could you tell us what kind of maneuver did you use?
It's a kickboxing style.
Boxing style.
Kickboxing.
Okay, and how long you been fighting for the fans out? They want to know.
All my life.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks. All right, there you have it, people. You know, you've been fighting all his life. These men are prepared for this here. They know what they're doing, you know. So don't try it if you ain't prepared. That's what I got to say. There's a tip from T. Later. Thank you. All right.
Here's the reason why you see the tip from T is Zinoviev with that side kick. And you get a good look at the Battlecade arena here. Now, German, in both fights we've seen now, John, the early advantage is something so critical because neither of the losing fighters has been able to escape fully from that early onslaught.
And you are seeing a world-class onslaught here. And also with Health Gracie. I mean, these guys really understand how to take you down and hurt you. I am very surprised that Harold German had the composure and the pain tolerance to withstand that ankle crank on him.
He did a nice job here. Now, German, of course, an athlete, has trained in the gym, condition, has been in some tough situations as far as fights are concerned. So he's battling back here, and he almost turns. If he had gotten the legs over the top of the head there, he may have lasted a while. But even if he did, he still didn't have the weapons after that to compete here.
If you can't swim, don't get in that yellow swimming pool out there.
Well, it's a swimming pool where he found a shark. And this is a situation here where there's Zinoviev now, and he leans down. You have to love the leverage he employs here and driving from the legs. Power comes from the legs and the hips, and unfortunately, it's very ironic for German that the boxer gets pounded with the fists at the end.
Yes.
Well, world class is what you see with Zinoviev, and Harold German, knowing now, referee looks, and when he sees German have no more resistance, wisely steps in there and puts a halt to the carnage.
Yeah, from this angle it's hard to see, but German was, basically, pleading with the referee to stop. And the referee, is just an amazing specimen himself.
Well, the next one up is going to be Tom Glanville, a heavyweight, 6-0, and Gary Myers, 150-1. But don't let the records deceive you as far as that stuff goes. 245 pounds coming in for Glanville, 220 for Myers. They will come in there, the 200 and over category, just like boxing heavyweights coming in here. And Tom Glanville, very interesting in the sense that he says you cannot panic and not overextend yourself, realizing, John, that there's a possibility that you come in here and be a victim of nerves.
Oh, you have to really, really struggle to steep against that.
Well, that's what he will try to maintain in here. the 30-year-old, as we said, 6-0, 245 pounds, 1992 World Kickboxing Association champion. He talks with us.
I've just started doing ground fighting, J-Sec Jiu-Jitsu, and I've seen that's more effective. I've seen the kickboxing is, you know, there's very seldom you get to land any shots. It's been proven in all these type fights. So now I want to see how what I've learned in everything will do in this event.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the heavyweight division, please welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada, Tom Glanville.
Well, Tom Glanville makes the appearance in here, and obviously somebody who has done his homework, John, knowing that you have to switch to the ground fighting to be successful here.
This boy's a specimen too. He's known to be a great leg kicker. I've wrestled with him. We went 20 minutes. He is tough as nails. But Gary Myers, that's another story.
Now we'll see what Gary Myers will bring in here. Six-time gold medalist in Greco-Roman World Championships. So wrestling is his forte, and he will probably be very happy to see this become a ground fighting exhibition. Let's take a look at him.
His opponent entering now from Muncie, Indiana, Gary Myers.
He looks mean enough. He's coming in here.
Watch Glanville staring at him already. Gary Myers at 150-1 is awesome. He's a juggernaut.
A little psych-out job as he tries to win it right there with the stare. Well, you know, it's all about sometimes playing with your opponent's head because you want to get that first move in.
Gary Myers is getting that first move in. He's coming.
This shapes up to be a good one. Let's hear from Scott Bollinger.
On my right, from Las Vegas, Nevada, the 1992 World Kickboxing Association Super Heavyweight Champion of the World with a no-rules fight record of 6-0. He is 30 years old, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, and weighing in tonight at 245 pounds, Tom Glanville. And on my left, from Muncie, Indiana, 6-time gold medalist in Greco-Roman World Competition with a record of 150-1. He is 30 years old, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 220 pounds, Gary, the Iron Bear Myers.
Well, we're set to go now. You wonder if Glanville might try some kicking here and try to make it as least wrestling as possible because he knows that will be forced on him.
He's noted for the big right leg, and there it is.
I think he heard you on cue.
And he's going to do it again.
This is what he should do, John. He's got that
big tackle, the Greco-Roman tackle. And Glanville gets guard on his opponent. Glanville trying for an armbar.
Now, when he's on the bottom, this is guard. Guard is a good thing from the bottom, John.
Absolutely, he's winning from the bottom right now.
That's very rare to see, but he's doing it.
He's trying to get a triangle on his opponent.
Well, this is one of the most interesting aspects of the competition. When you're on the bottom, looking at the guard position like that with your legs wrapped around your opponent, you're in control, though you're on the bottom. It's not the conventional way to go.
He doesn't quite have the triangle tight enough, but he is definitely in a dominant position.
How much time do you let this experiment go on, John, before you change if you're on the bottom?
I think you keep it until you get it, but Gary's going to go around him. I see the legs opening a little bit. This is Gary's game right here.
Now he's starting to pound.
Gary's out.
Nice escape.
Now this is Gary's game right here.
He has made the change because Glanville could not convert from the guard position.
Yeah, this is Gary's territory, all from here. This is not Tom's territory.
Well, for the first time tonight, we've seen a reversal in position, and now Glanville is in deep trouble.
He's choking him with his elbow.
He might be close to ending this, John.
Not yet, but because he's got the whole other side of his neck to breathe blood through. But he is choking him with his elbow. He's trying to get guard on him. You see him, his leg coming around?
He's still trying
if
to
he gets
get
guard on him, he can
bottom.
push him away and get him off his neck.
A good look at a very gutsy Tom Glanville.
Yeah, he's starting to lose consciousness, and he's out as soon as that other end gets cut off. You can see he's just suffering here. Gokor is going to stop it in a second. Oh, he's got a little break.
He was able to turn there.
Yeah, he's got a little break.
He was close to being all over, but he needs to change it, turn it around, or he's just going to take a pounding here. Takes a shot in the head. John, do you think Glanville could even hear his corner here?
Absolutely not. Glanville's in his own private Idaho right now. He's tapping.
But that's it.
He's tapping.
And Myers almost did more damage to himself rolling across the ring.
And our doctors are in the ring. And Tom is fine.
Well, he made a valiant effort. And just could not make the turnaround as the elbow to the neck, immediately establishing the fight after Glanville had the ability in the beginning
Tom's
to take control of this fight.
Tom's going to be fine.
But what is happening here, John? What are they doing?
Just bringing oxygen in. I don't think there's any need for it. But, you know, our medical people are the best.
You have to be right on top of the situation, too.
They're just testing him right now.
And he does move the legs, all these very positive signs, and you notice that within seconds of the fight being over, medical attention on hand and swarms of it.
You just got a little bit of blood loss there, and you got a little bit of
He's got a little ding on above his left eye, if you notice, probably from the headbutt.
The headbutt was the finale issued there by Myers, and this is certainly not a sport for the faint of heart. Now he's sitting there talking. This is a situation where you get chances to finish the fight, and you have to take them.
Yeah, Tommy's fine. You know, I mean, you can see here that, you know, he's talking. He's fine.
But what was interesting, John, from the guard position, which can be an offensive position from the bottom, Glanville was doing fine for a while and was unable to make it entirely his advantage that way, and Gary Myers able to punch and get away. He punched the leg and moved that, then got on top. And I guess that's the one disadvantage from the guard position, that if you don't convert it right away, the other guy's immediately on top of you. So that's how it looks here. Let's go to Mr. T now. He is standing by with the winner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Gary the Bear. Could you tell us what kind of maneuver you put on him?
Double leg takedown.
How long you been training, Gary?
21 years.
All right, now you want to look at yourself, I mean, whether you're show them tape or whatnot, you know, you use a headbutt there.
That's right, anything goes.
Did you knock him out with the headbutt? What was it that, what happened to him?
Well, he's a kickboxer. Can't deal with a grappler. Grappler's the meanest man in the world.
Yes! Yeah.
You see here, I'm just biding my time. I feel good here. Muncie Strike Force trained me to get right in here and come out, keep my elbows in. So, as we're going here, I still think I was a little worried about getting an arm lock. But here is exactly where my team had me come. As we got to the cage, Tom Harper and the crew from the Strike Force just said, use the fence to choke him out. But In the street, headbutts, everything's allowed.
All right, Gary, I mean, did you feel him giving in a little bit? Did you feel him getting weak? Because both of you started off pretty tough there.
He kept getting weak and coming back strong. You see, he just kind of stopped. He'd come back. I was like, he's pulling.
All right, so he was trying to use a little sneaking maneuver on you, you know?
Yeah, like I would let up as he was giving out. I was like, no, keep the pressure.
Okay, Bear, you know, I know you got rid of him. You know, you got another fight coming up. You know, I know you got to get some rest and whatnot. You're gonna try to use the same maneuver on the other guy. Depends on what he used, right?
Oh, depending on whoever wins, I will maybe just go fight with my hands. I have everything I can use. I can't kick, obviously, my shoes. I didn't train that way, though. But hi, Jennifer. Thank you for everything.
Come on, Bear.
All right.
Thanks, Phyllis, for getting me here. She's my manager, Phyllis Lee. Thank you.
All right, Bear, thanks. He already just got through working. All right, thanks. Back to you, Dave. Take it over, brother.
All right,
see you
T,
later.
that's how it goes there as Tom Glanville's been escorted out, and Gary the Iron Bear Myers will advance to future competition. And there you see the mark of a warrior.
He's a tough kickboxer. He's been through this kind of thing before. He just got tired down there. He couldn't reclaim the guard, and he just got tired.
A couple of minutes was all it took, and you make a good point. You cannot reclaim the guard position. It's a risky offensive maneuver from the bottom. And if it doesn't quite succeed, you instantly become vulnerable, especially to Gary the Iron Bear Myers, who was merciless in there tonight. Well, the exclamation point was the headbutt. Now, everything else has been tried by Gary the Iron Bear. He knows that Glanville is fading here, and that's what he does here.
You can see his right hand tapping, and Gokar saw it immediately.
And that is what finally did it, was the headbutting from that position. And he had the leverage, he had the position. You talked in the beginning of the show about position, and Gary Myers, of everybody, maybe displayed it the best.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Gary Myers had that little half mount, and he was quite content not to mount fully because he just knew that he couldn't reclaim the guard on him. Once that left leg cannot get through that crotch area to get between you, then the choke cannot be pushed away.
All right, then it's a matter of time, and for survival, fighter has to tap out, and Myers is waiting for it. Hasn't happened yet. Takes matters into his own hands, and then he takes matters into his own head.
Dominating position. And that's what we're going to see in our next fight, too.
Well, he talked about dominance and the grapplers being the meanest people on earth. And, of course, with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's not just about takedowns and pinning. It's also about pain and going against the joints and really going at it, the headbutt deciding it.
Yeah, it was a good fight for about a minute there.
Well, that's how it looked on this angle. Let's take it up now to the ring announcer, Scott Berlinger.
In bout.
He is having some mechanical problems.
In bout.
Take two. As we'll wait for Scott Berlinger to...
In bout number 3, at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, winner by submission, Gary the Iron Bear Myers.
So Gary Myers advances in the competition, and it's good for him, John, if he's got another fight tonight, to make it a quick one. Let's go back to Scott now for some more introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Penthouse Centerfold, June 1995, Elizabeth Hilden.
Well, Elizabeth Hilden making the rounds here, and you see some of the pageantry that lends to the competition. A realm all their own, the Battlecade girls,
so to speak.
And this is part of the competition here.
Even got the referee a little distracted just then.
And he wasn't in any mood to call any fights off at that moment. And now the guru of this competition, Mario Sperry, 272-0. And Rudyard Moncayo, only 7-0, but of course in different competitions. The middleweight 160 to 199. That will be the fourth fight of the evening. Well, Mario Sperry has been compared by John Perretti to the Mike Tyson of this competition. Let's take a look.
Came to Battlecade to defend my honor, the name of my country, and the name of Jiu-Jitsu family.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Mario Sperry.
And there is Mario Sperry.
I can't say enough about this boy. I'm telling you, this boy has the hottest record in jiu-jitsu history. He's called the Zen Machine.
Well, if other people here have come up with knockouts and submissions in 2 minutes, maybe he's got something to shoot for here. And you know, years go by, people like him don't lose. That just builds upon itself. And if you're fighting him, what do you have to think?
And Papa giving him the little tap on the back. That's Carlson Gracie Sr. And he was the greatest fighter in Gracie history.
Which is its own version of history in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and martial arts. So, he's 6'2", 199 pounds, and he'll be fighting Rudyard Moncayo. Moncayo from Ecuador, South America, says it's all up here, meaning the mind. You have to stay focused and don't let the nerves get to you. He enjoys the one-on-one competition. So, let's take a look at Rudyard Moncayo, who has told us you cannot let the extraneous factors get to you. A look at Rudyard Moncayo.
Just want to test my skills, see how I do against these other people, and hopefully I'll do okay.
And his opponent entering the ring now from Ecuador, South America, Rudyard Moncayo.
Well, will the smoke clear for Rudyard Moncayo as he makes his entrance coming in here to fight the legend in this competition. A contact champion, all types of background, 7-0 in no rules competition. 26 years old, John, and he has a mountain to climb here.
Well, he is a Kempo karate specialist, but he also wrestles, and he's got a 7-0 record, 6 by knockout. He's got a very big right hand. Whether you can utilize it against the Prince over here, it's amazing.
How would you tell him to fight Mario Sperry?
I would be the aggressor as long as you could, because as you see, look what happens when you're the aggressor with skills.
Really does make quite an impact in the fight. Well, let's get the introductions now.
On my right, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, esteemed member of the Carlson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu team, the 1995 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, undefeated with an unprecedented record of 272-0. A reputation of winning in under 2 minutes. He is 27 years old, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 199 pounds, Mario the Zen Machine Sperry. From Ecuador, South America, the 1995 Todo Dale full contact champion. With a background in Kempo karate, this no-rules fighter has a record of 7-0, 6 by knockout. He is 26 years old, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 191 pounds, Rudyard Moncayo.
Well, Rudyard Moncayo And the Zen machine, Mario Sperry, ready to do it here. You know, if you're Moncayo, John, and you've been watching some of the early competition here, maybe it adjusts your game plan.
Well, I don't think you can adjust your game plan. The Gracie's fight in the same way all the time. Look at that corner. Carlson Gracie Sr., Victor Gracie. There's Marcello Silviera. I mean, you got everybody over there.
Are you fighting the legendary Mystique as well, do you feel, when you go against these guys?
Yes, you are. You're fighting all of the history and all the camaraderie. And he even bowed to him. That's an unprecedented act in Battlecade history.
Yeah, it sends a shock signal. The Zen man is in his element here, yes?
Look, he's strolling across the ring for a little side kick to the knee, maybe.
Well, if you're Moncayo, you should go for it right away. And don't trap yourself in the cage areas here.
See him just reaching. This is all nonsense, so they can distract him to get the tackle.
Well,
might
he's
even throw a little side kick. Let's see. And there's a little roundhouse kick, and there's the tackle.
Well, John, right about it again. And now Sperry will try to do it with good strength. There's a nice leg lock, and down he is. And that's immediate. We might be in for a short night here.
This fight is over because of position alone. He's in the dreaded mount, and Moncayo is trying to just keep alive at this point.
And now he can use Moncayo's energy against him.
Now Mario just relaxes. Look, Carlson Gracie Sr. just saying, relax, relax.
Whenever you want, do it. Whenever you want, do it.
Just keep the position, you know, don't lose the position. That's all they talk about.
You also lose strength as you try to battle up from the bottom, and it just works against you.
Sure, and he's got that Lebellian double grapes going there, and, you know, this guy is walking him to the center of the ring so that he has time to finish him. He doesn't get caught up in the ring.
What was that, the Lebellian double?
Yeah, Gene Lebel, Lebellian double grapevines.
That's what I thought it was. He's on top now, and Sperry...
Watch what's happening now. Mario's lifting up.
Not just in control, but cruise control. Whenever he wants.
He's breaking the arm. He's got the arm in a little bit twisted up
and
there.
Going against the joint.
Figure 4 elbow lock.
This inflicts the most pain here.
Oh, Moncayo got out of the first one. Let's see if he can get out of the second one.
I'll give him credit for getting out of one.
Now it's very bad. The position is very ugly. Oh, he let go of it to keep position. A little right hand for distraction.
Is he toying with Moncayo?
He's not toying with him. He's just so comfortable in this position. He's going to push it across and try to release the back of the neck.
Well, he's over his average here.
Good point. That's what I call competition. Goes for the same arm. He tries to chew it up a little bit more. You see the way he lets off on it, takes it again? He's just weakening the joint.
And plays with your mind.
Exactly. Oh, Moncayo is going for an armbar. Moncayo gets the mount, but what the fans don't realize here is that he was going for an armbar.
No, but he did do something. He got out of his major dilemma.
Watch the way he progresses from that, though, right back into the mount. That little hook under the leg got him back to the mount.
This is probably the most discouraging aspect when you fight this guy, is that you think he's starting to do something. This might be over.
Very over. Taps out. And look at Mario, the ultimate gentleman, just stops, helps him up, congratulates him.
And people booing Moncayo, they wanted to see him in more pain, but what more do they need?
Moncayo's a warrior, an amazing warrior. But listen to me, think where we're going now. We're going to Zinoviev versus the Zen Machine.
That is quite a tantalizing
Maybe
matchup.
the greatest 199-pound fight in history.
And you will see it here. Now, that is the ultimate craftsman here. Not only with all the moves, but smooth as silk the way he performed them all.
He is the Nureyev of the ring.
Nureyev and Zinoviev.
That's right.
And we will have that coming up. Well, that is something that not only does he do the job and get the win here, but displays some of the beauty of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, let's take a look at this just so everybody understands. He works the arm, and now he's going for the armbar, but he couldn't get the leg over. So he goes back to the guard, he puts the hook underneath the leg, you'll see him try to work it, lifts the knee up nice and high, and turns him over. Now, right back into the dreaded mount.
Just before that, if you're Moncayo, do you have a flash of hope that maybe you'll catch him in between?
Moncayo had every chance to counter that move too.
But at this juncture, with the legs locked and the first left, and there's the weight. That did it right there.
Okay, what you're seeing again from this angle, Moncayo tries to move, but he gets distracted by the arm. He tries to dismount him. Mario lets the arm go. He puts a little more pressure on it. Now all he's thinking about is the arm. When that arm pushes up like that, all Mario's saying is, okay, give me the arm. You see the pivot occurring? He's trying for the leg over, but he doesn't make it because Moncayo's so strong. So Moncayo tries to get to the little judo kesikatami position. He gets guard on him again. He starts to roll him over. He's looking for the left leg. He flips him over. He drives. He goes into the half mount, almost side control. And you watch. He's waiting to throw the right leg over. And he waits until he feels no pressure. He distracts him again and mounts him like a little pony.
Oh, he went way up with that and made it quite obvious and just comes in there. And what we're seeing with is extreme balance with these guys. And maybe that might be the most beautiful characteristic of the whole way they do it.
The most beautiful characteristic of it is they don't have to hurt anybody because they have dominant position always.
And there are the shots coming into the head. And this is why you have to stop it here too now, because there is no defense. The arm is out of play, and the guy just does business as usual and doesn't do any more than is necessary.
Not even a change of expression for the Zen machine.
Well, let's go now to the final numbers and Scott Berlinger.
And the winner at 2 minutes and 42 seconds by submission, Mario, the Zen Machine, Sperry.
Well, the Zen Machine is standing by with Mr. T now. Let's go to them. T.
First of all, congratulations and thank you for taking time for me to interview you. Could you tell me about the fight that you did there?
Well, it was a very, very difficult fight. Not very difficult fight, but I was a bit scared in the moment that he just had some advantage. I was in the up position and he moved me down. I was a bit scared, but I was very lucky.
Right, yeah. Right, yeah, I was watching that. You know, you was on top for a while, then he rolled you, but they told me that you the best at this here. They say they call you the Zen.
No, that's a very old nickname, but
okay.
All right.
Right, but there, yeah, we was watching. You know what kind of maneuver did you do to get the tables turned on him, to flip him over?
Well, that's a maneuver that I like very much. I put my leg on his leg and just turn him over.
So most of the thing for the people out there is a lot of balance. You know, I know that you.
We need a lot. No, we need a lot of balance. It's not power, just balance.
Okay. All right, people, you heard a lot of balance. Thanks, brother. Congratulations. That's all right, man. You good. Take it away, Dave. All right,
Mr.
guys.
T and Mario Sperry says he likes the move. We know Rudyard Moncayo certainly didn't care too much for it. He battled gamely to the end and really made this an interesting battle. Well, we've got much more coming up. Our fifth fight of the evening. It's going to figure Conan, Marcus Silviera, 26-0, and Victor Tatarkin, 46-3. Looking forward to this one, John.
I have no hope for the audience out there. They have never seen anything like this before. Marcus Silviera is a bad, big boy. He's 247 pounds, he's 30 years old, and he's the 1994 undefeated Jiu-Jitsu champion.
And he'll be facing Tatarkin, who comes in with impressive credentials as well. The heavyweight division, 200 pounds and over. We'll see if these big boys are nimble as well as strong. As you get a look at the crowd, everybody has a good seat in an arena like this with the circular in the round type of an effect. And we'll be having the ring walk pretty soon here. There you see it, the fans very much into it. And
there's another boxer for you.
I'll tell you what, a nice combination. In his mind, they all landed. And you get quite a view from the 6th and 7th row, no matter where you are. Well, Conan comes in here, 30 years old, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion. He's from the Gracie school. We take another look at him.
everybody know, I think then Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Carlson Gracie team Jiu-Jitsu is ready to prove then one more time, then you have the best style. No putting nobody down. Nobody. I believe in every style you got something. Then you can be good for you. But I believe that in 100%, then the Jiu-Jitsu is the best.
Please welcome from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Marcus Conan Silviera.
Get ready for this guy. When that takes that shirt off, you're going to see some amazing tattoos. He's got a steel hinge tattooed on his elbow to show that you can't get an armbar on him.
Will he be Conan the Barbarian? We will see. He would pick the right competition to be barbaric. Marcus Conan Silviera.
He's got his own school in Miami, Florida that Carlson Gracie Sr. actually awarded him.
Well, I think that puts some more pressure on guys like this who are also looked at in the industry as teachers. They have to do well here.
Oh yeah, and I've trained at his school, and he just lays on the ground, opens his legs and says, okay, you pass the guard, and just laughs.
Well, you don't want anybody saying you didn't do well in extreme fighting. He fights Victor Tatarkin in this competition tonight. Tatarkin, 46-3, 34 years old, 5'11", 207 pounds. He likes Sambo. We'll see if it figures in here tonight.
Oh, I like it. It's maybe like the same fight in Samba, in wrestling, in only fight. I like it.
And his opponent coming to the ring now from Moscow, Russia, Victor Tatarkin.
And there is Victor Tatarkin making his way in here.
Now he might look small, but he's a sweeper, and he's a player of judo like you've never seen.
And he's a very mild-mannered guy, too, so I think that makes somebody look even smaller when they come up with that type of an impression, but you can sense the fire burning within.
Oh, yeah, this guy's great. He's well-schooled. He's a heavyweight champion in judo, and he's up against, somebody that he understands what he's up against.
Well, he's against a Brazilian. Is he an automatic underdog, or is this more or less an even matchup in your mind?
It's an even matchup in terms of the skills of the individual sports. Whether one sport has an advantage over the other, well, that's yet to be proved.
Talk a little bit about Sambo. We haven't seen much of it here.
Just like Igor Zinoviev in our past fight tried to get the ankle crank, these boys love to break legs. They specialize in breaking legs.
Or the threat of breaking legs, forcing the submission. And there you are looking at the smile. We're ready for introductions now.
On my right, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, member of the Carlson Gracie team, awarded his own Carlson Gracie School in Miami, Florida, the 1994 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion with an undefeated record of 26-0. He is 30 years old, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 247 pounds, Marcus Conan Silviera. And on my left, from Moscow, Russia, ex-Russian Sambo champion, current Empire State Games heavyweight judo champion, with a record of 46-3, he is 34 years old, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, and weighing in tonight at 207 pounds, Victor Tatarkin.
Well, Tatarkin gives away 40 pounds and about 4 tattoos.
Yes, he does, and some interesting ones at that.
You don't know which is worse, but the 40 pounds, a big mountain to climb for him here tonight. Balance, and look at the top of the way that Conan is built. He looks sculpted here. I would look for that to be a major factor.
Same little game, same little game. Oh, and a leg kick.
Show it anyway.
Right, just trying to get the leg distraction for the tackle. That's all, and trying to get the tackle. And Tatarkin knows where he's going. Tatarkin's much faster, too, than we thought.
He will need to utilize that speed because once he gets caught in the vice grip of Conan, it will be trouble.
Tatarkin's no joke here. He's really got power, and he's tried to throw him. He turned his back, though. That's deadly. And here come the hooks.
Well, he got thrown into that throwing the back position.
Let's see if the hooks get in. Tatarkin working. He knows not to. Then there's the hooks. This is going to be a very short fight now.
And Tatarkin had a chance, but he's in bad shape, and the neck can be cranked here.
Big elbow to the back of the neck. He turns his back, and that's, oh, smart move. He rolls right over. And he's got to be very careful with the arms.
These are tough shots to the head now because this is to the temple area.
But he's trying to get out of the mount, which is the most important thing. He's going to turn over.
When you're in the bottom, you have to keep turning.
Again, the rear naked starting to get employed.
Oh,
and the hooks.
This is getting gross, and those tattoos are looking at you.
He'll be unconscious if it's not stopped because he's going to start putting them in.
Yeah, this is.
See how calm they are now?
This will have to be stopped.
Trying to stand up. Very smart move. Very smart move for Tatarkin. Trying to stand up.
But he's got a lot of weight. He tried for the throw. It didn't happen.
No, he's actually made a maneuver on the elbow now. He's in much better position. He's sliding out the back. This boy knows what he's doing. Oh, the hooks are back in again.
Give him a
he's
fight.
on his back.
Give him a fight in which he's not giving away 40 pounds.
2 hooks and he's on his back. Let's see if he'll go to the mount, and he does. Well, and back to the back again.
How much of this can Tatarkin sustain? He's made some nice moves here, but can't get quite out of trouble here.
Yeah, Tatarkin is doing the right thing. In fact, he's doing better than anyone's done against this position.
Notice how he tries to block some of the shots to the head, even though he can't see them. He has a big elbow to coming from.
Big punches. Oh, Tatarkin's got presence of mind. Now he's in deep trouble. Now he's in total trouble.
The elbows are turned.
Yeah.
His defenses have been compromised.
And the Bulldogs are attacking.
And these are hammers coming in at him here. And it's one thing to take a punch, John, standing up, but with somebody right over you and wailing with everything, this is it.
Throwing in the towel.
And that's a good move by the corner because he was trying to tap out, but the arms wouldn't do it for him.
Right. But you see Igor Zinoviev throwing the towel, kind of disgusted, and a little mouse under his right eye. It looks like a little cut, too.
When Tatarkin was trying to submit, his elbows were locked, so he couldn't do it. The corner saw that and did the right thing.
Marcus Silviera with a big hug, and I mean a big hug.
And Tatarkin showed a lot in a short time.
He was a great fighter. He made great counters, and he almost stood up.
And that is where the 207 pounds against 247 made all the difference. He almost stood up. The 40 pounds got him. The point I made in the beginning about Conan's upper body strength, at that point came in big.
Very, very true. Also, technically, they go right to the back, and the judo guys turn over and turtle up. If you turtle up with a big boy on your back, you're going to get rolled around. But Tatarkin, you know, he's no joke. He really understands where he was going. The whole time he had presence of mind.
And you don't figure you could say that in most fights that would last 2.5 minutes, that things happened. Now, Tatarkin was in early trouble and came very close to escaping it.
No, he
wasn't
escape.
far away as far as turning the fight entirely and getting out of it completely. Here he's taking shots, but John, he would stand up.
At this point in time, you know, I thought he was really in trouble. He had the hooks in him, but he raises his lower body up, he starts to stand up, and he dumps Marcus's huge weight forward. Marcus is actually holding himself up here, and Tatarkin's getting the arm and ready for a throw.
Markin's right leg does keep him just barely in there, and a nice maneuver on top by the Conan.
The hooks are dominant, but Tatarkin, with total presence of mind here, is trying to actually get away from these hooks.
Look at the arms blocking what he doesn't know is coming, but senses is coming. Now, when Conan gets the wraparound, and you'll see that the arms, watch the hand there. He's trying to submit, can't because it's locked. Referee sees it,
And
towel comes in, goodbye.
And Zinoviev throws in the towel for his countryman.
Good move.
Excellent move.
Because there was no need to take all of that after the issue had basically been decided. So now, let's get the final stats.
In bout number 5, the towel was thrown in by the second. At 2 minutes and 28 seconds, the winner, Marcus Conan Silviera.
So, Conan does what he was expected, and he now goes with Mr. T. Take it away, Mr. T.
First of all, congratulations on the fight.
Thank you.
What kind of chokehold did you put on him?
They call it in Brazil, matalhão. You know, it's kind of hard for you to explain right now, you know, but it's the best.
Okay, now I saw your record, 273 victories now, right?
Yeah, that's why, what are you talking about, the victory right now?
Yes.
He's a very, very strong guy. You know, he's a lightweight, but he's a very strong guy. You know, and I know he's a very strong opponent. So it was it was a very good fight.
Yes, it was, and I admire, the good sportsmanship after you got through fighting, you helped him up and things like that. Then you doing a lot of punches, Could you tell us about that?
It's nothing personal.
Right.
You know, this is sport, and I believe then the people got to watch this way. The violence is what you're doing here. The violence is outside. You know, the people doesn't know how to defend themselves. That's the violence. I mean, what I mean is if everybody, spend a little bit in martial arts, any style, they probably going to think better, they're going to live better. That's the point.
Right, that's what I've been telling a lot of people. A lot of people been saying it's so vicious and things like that, but you guys been training for years, and that's what I want the people to understand, the years that you've been training.
Custom Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is something very normal for us. What you see right now is that's why street fight with 100% techniques. So, that's what you do in school. Of course, you don't punch each other, but, you get very close to the situation.
Right. It's good. I like all the wrestling maneuver. Really, I'm impressed with the balance that you guys have. And the fans is really into that too.
Very, you're expert to deal with the close distance and closing distance. So for us, it's very easy to be closer. You all step out.
Right. That's good. I mean, this, a lot of people don't understand. But they thought because the guy was small that he wasn't tough. This guy's tough.
Very tough.
Right.
Very, very tough. I gave him a very good punch in the face, and he was there. He was very, very tough. I believe.
Yes.
Very tough guy.
Both of you guys well, and congratulations on when you get your rest. Thanks, brother. All right, now good luck. Yes, sir. All right, Dave. Back to you, brother.
Thank you, Mr. T. Well, very good interview there, and some insight coming in here from Conan, and a gentleman, of course, after the fact, John, that he came in there and had pretty much of a struggle despite 2 minutes and 28 seconds. A few different scenarios played out there.
Oh, yeah, that was a great fight. I mean, I hope the fans at home are loving it as much as we are.
Well, this is a look where the fight almost turned permanently. Now, talk about having a monkey on your back. This is what it is, and a 247-pound weight. Despite that fact, watch Tatarkin try to stand up and throw him off. He came awfully close to making it complete. He got himself into this fight right here. Take a look at those tattoos. Now, when you see them up close, usually the fight's over because Conan is on top, and this was some good drama here.
You see the left foot toe just gently on the floor. He's in total balance. He's got the little grapevine and under the right leg, and he just knows exactly where he is all the time.
I'll tell you what, if Conan is 207 pounds, he gets thrown off there.
No, I disagree completely.
You disagree?
And that's the first time tonight.
I think 40 less pounds he might have done it, John, but hey, you've been in this a long time. All right. Let's go now to Scott for some more of the Penthouse Girls.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Penthouse Centerfold, Miss October 1993, Stacy Moran.
There you see the highlights on Stacy Moran. Gracie Moran.
Dave's not talking because he must be speechless.
Well, there gets to a point, John, where what could you add to that? Speaks for itself, or speaks for herself, in this case. And our next bout, Robert Loyer against Alfonso Alcaraz. This should be an extremely interesting fight.
I think this is going to be a great fight because
Robert Loyer from Quebec.
We got two kickboxers here. So Robert Loyer, you know, has a great Thai boxing record of 18-0.
And he has an excellent demeanor about it. Says you have to psych out your opponent and maintain your own mental focus within this, whereas Alcaraz says you stay within yourself. But we'll take a look at Loyer here. He's from Canada, got past the unification election, kept his job, and is very happy to be in this competition.
Okay, I just want to show that to the people, to the world, that I'm the best fighter, pound for pound in the lightweights division, and I'm just gonna show what karate is all about.
In bout number 6 from Quebec, Canada, please welcome Robert Loyer.
Well, Robert Loyer comes on in there. You take a look at him, and it's hard to even imagine him being angry enough to be in a competition. He looks so soft-spoken, and you see some of the focus, John.
You see some of the facial scars too. You know, this guy's rough and tumble. I picked him out of everyone in Canada. He's the 4-time Canadian International Kickboxing Champion.
Well, he justified your selection right away. He endured a 5-hour wait in the airport in Ottawa coming here because of weather conditions, and then came down. He was totally unfazed about the whole thing.
He was just so happy this morning to be able to fight.
Yeah, he really is so happy that he was part of this competition, that he was picked from among the many fighters in there. And you have to respect somebody with that demeanor and a total sense of concentration on what he does. You get the sense he'll stay in one gear no matter what it is. He won't get too high or too low.
You know, he's a specimen too. I mean, at 150.5 pounds, I mean, he might be, you know, 3 or 4 pounds heavier than that. It's 24 hours ago for the weigh-in, but just look at him, and he's in great shape. A little prayer.
And he works for the Canadian government in Ottawa. This is quite a diversion from him. So, during this diversion, he'll be fighting Alfonso Alcaraz, who says to stay within yourself. It's a key. We'll take a further look at Alfonso Alcaraz.
I want to see what I have to offer. I've always liked competitive sports, and this is a step farther, and I'm excited about it.
Well, and his opponent entering the ring now, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Alfonso Alcaraz.
Well, can two real nice guys go at it here? I think so.
Oh, look at this Alcaraz. He's a stud. He's 5'4", 142 pounds.
These guys look chiseled here.
This guy is a Division I wrestler in college. This guy rocks.
And that wrestling competition, well, we've been pretty much focusing on this one, John. I know this bout was a favorite of yours, and as I look at the matchup, it certainly looks nice here. Two guys with similar skills. Well, let's get the ring introductions now.
On my right, from Quebec, Canada, finalist in the Pan American Games, an unprecedented 4-time Canadian International Kickboxing Champion. With a history of karate, American and Thai kickboxing, he has a record of 18-0. He is 34 years old, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, Weighing in tonight at 150½ pounds, Robert Loyer. On my left, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, the current 1995 super lightweight kickboxing champion of the world. With a record of 13-0, he is 25 years old, standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 142 pounds, Alfonso Alcaraz.
Loyer and Alcaraz ready to go. John, could this be our longest bout tonight so far?
Very well could be. These guys usually fight in rounds.
And their final motions now, we get ready for bout number 6 on the night. The lightweights getting ready to show you their skills, and we are off here.
Let's see the leg kicks.
They should be prominent, numerous here.
Oh yeah, but watch Alfonso because, you know, he might have a whole different strategy, and he does.
John knew something he was waiting to spring on everybody.
No, I wasn't. I just saw that leg come up, and it was not a kicking posture.
He did. He came up with a nice fake. And now Loyer is under the 8 ball here, and he'll have to make some moves.
Loyer is in the yellow swimming pool drowning now.
Wow, so quickly, too. It just exemplifies how crucial that first move is.
Double grapevines from the mount. Now this boy should be able to hold him here forever.
Now Loyer came all the way here from Canada to have some fight in here. Nice kicking from the back from Loyer trying to change it, but because his legs are locked, he cannot drive Alcaraz off of him. But
Yeah,
a lot of fight in him here.
Understand this, he's a great wrestler, but he really might not have the dominant position all the time. If Loyer knows anything, he could reverse this.
And he is trying. He started with the leg kicks. He's trying to turn here and get some leverage.
He's still dominated pretty badly and taking tremendous body shots. This is not where he wants to be. He's got to stop the fight.
Not finished. They're taking some kind of a...
He's got a cut above his eye. We have a ruling about that. If a guy gets a cut above his eye, we let the doctor look at it. You know, if it's a bad cut, the doctor looks at it.
What happens when they let the fight continue?
If it's above the eye, we can't endanger an eye. So we look at and if the doctor says no more, then it's no more. We don't know this yet.
What happens if the doctor says, yes, you could go on?
The Loyer is complaining that it shouldn't be over. It's not that bad a cut. Of course, he can't see it.
Well, the doctors may...
Wait, that's Victorio in the corner there, looking at it. Victorio says it's very bad.
And the doctor does not buy the argument of the fighter. And what shaped up as a tremendous match. Yeah, because he felt he was doing stuff, John. But the cut ends it.
What he felt is that he's not hurt, and he's a kickboxer. And if a kickboxer's not unconscious, he doesn't want to go away.
What, in your mind, should he have been doing from the bottom? And at any point, was he close to getting out of his quagmire? It didn't seem that way.
He was clueless from the mount, you know, and that's not where he was. Alcaraz was so smart with that tackle. As soon as I saw that heel come up and he changed his weight distribution, bing, he shot.
You come all the way here from Canada, you get ready, you get psyched for days, but nothing prepares you for that unexpected move, and that's what happened. Good move there by Alcaraz. Really put a shock on Loyer.
We are extreme fighters. We are not just kickboxers, okay? Extreme fighters have to know everything. And there was the perfect example of an extreme fighter getting in there and tackling someone when they thought they were going to kick and punch with them.
Excellent move. Picked the right time for it. And the first move, as we have seen many times tonight, the most critical in the match. Let's take another look at what brings on the cut and what brings on the end to what had shaped up on paper to be a very fine match, etc. Now you see Alcaraz on top. Watch the right hand here as he's got all the legs locked, etc., knowing that Loyer can't move. Now, Loyer has tried some kicks from the bottom, but because he's locked in, he can't get the leverage going. So the punches come at him. The right hand is key. Now, Loyer leaning up, trying to do something. There's the left digging downstairs. though these are ripping shots, it's the punch to the head. Now there you get a look at the head of Loyer as that cut gets worse. And they stop it now. Loyer argues, but he was also on the bottom at that point, John, and that cut would have gotten worse from that position.
You have to understand the literacy of this. He doesn't understand that the position is as dominant as it is. So, you know, he's in a different territory. So he's not hurt, as I said before. So he doesn't understand what's going on. Look, he doesn't even know he's bleeding. So he's just like, oh, so there's a little blood, big deal.
That was why he got up and said, hey, let it go on. It's only a cut. It's a major championship here. And you're going to get a close look at bare knuckles. From that spot, they hurt, and they drive Loyer back. Wind up.
All Alcaraz is doing here is trying to get Loyer's arm off the back of his neck. These are just distraction blows. He's pounding the rib cage to remove the arm.
Well, so Alcaraz will do that. Now we'll take the official announcement from Scott Berlinger.
In bout number 6, the doctor has stopped the fight at 1 minute and 15 seconds. The winner, Alfonso Alcaraz.
So Alfonso Alcaraz notches the victory here in short time. You get a good look at the crowd enjoying the action here. Alfonso Alcaraz is with Mr. T. We'll get some insight as to what he did here. Let's go now to Mr. T.
Congratulations, Alfie. Could you tell us what kind of technique you used?
Well, let's see, I used a double leg takedown to take him down to the ground. I know he's a tough kickboxer, so why fight on their feet when I'm a much better wrestler? A lot of people don't know that. They know me for my kickboxing ability.
Okay, right here.
Beautiful double leg takedown.
I wanted to stay low so he couldn't get me in his guard and control both legs. Right there, I felt real comfortable. He went to that headlock. That headlock's not very effective at all. Here I mounted him. Just wanted to take my time, use my knuckles, dig my knuckles in, try to pound him out.
All right, now in fighting, you know, there's been a lot of talk about using your hand. You know, they say that you don't want to use your hand that much because your hand gets sore. Right. So you're just using a little bit so you can bring his guards down so you can work on the legs.
Right, you want to work him from bottom, upstairs, downstairs, downstairs, get him to bring his hands down, open up a shot. As you see, I didn't get on top of him and try to rush anything. Just control, relax, pick my shots. Why waste my knuckles? And I got a career, you know.
All right, that's pretty good, Alfie. All right, so thanks so much, man. And
can I say
yes.
To a few people, my daughter Kiana, I love you, Daddy loves you a lot. My brother Renee, One Kick, Ford Contracting, Tommy Ford, thanks a lot for letting me off work for this. All the guys at Ford, Harrah's, John Lewis, who's coming up next, he helped me out. One Kick, my trainer, my girlfriend, everybody who's been with me, Tommy, all my friends. What's up, Las Vegas?
All right, you heard it. He'll be coming home a winner. All right, thanks, buddy. Get your rest. All right, let's go back to you, Big Dave. Ha! All right.
All right, thank you, Mr. T. As Mr. T talks with Alfie, Alfonso Alcaraz, and you get a look at us and, of course, the nice arena, the good crowd on hand here as he makes short work of Robert Loyer. A battle of the good guys there, John.
Oh, excellent fight and strategy beyond belief.
Yeah, there really was, and he sounded like John Perretti when he was talking about what he had to do from the top and what he was making sure didn't happen from the bottom.
That's right. And, you know, he took his time. He said it right there. He just wanted to get that arm off, and he just wanted to bang a little to distract him, and he pounded him.
He did everything right, and what we thought could have been a very long fight because these guys had similar skills, again, boils down to the first key move, and you highlighted it right at the beginning, the surprise move.
Yeah, but it was obvious because of his shift of weight and that he wasn't in a kicking posture. When you're not in a kicking posture, you're not kicking.
You're not kicking indeed. Well, we've had some interesting action so far. Anything surprise you up until this point?
No, it's gone pretty well. You know, I thought Thomas Glanville would probably bang the legs a little more, but Gary Myers is a super tackler, and guess what? We know what the final in the heavyweight division is now, don't we?
Yes, we certainly are going to look forward to that as Myers will go in there. We've got Zinoviev coming back here, and fighters that have advanced are going to have quite a time. Now, they're attending to Loyer in the backstage. We have a little delay here, requested by the doctors so they can do their job properly in there, and Loyer with the gas. Now, he walked out of there in fine shape saying, I'm okay. They are stitching him up. Immediate attention for Robert Loyer. And John, of course, the medical attention is significant. What about what goes through a guy's mind? You're in a competition where it can change radically, it can end quickly. You train for this, you get hyped for this, you travel a long way to it, and you're out. What must that feel like?
Well, I'm sure he's disappointed, but you know, in his mind, he was not unconscious. And in his mind, he hadn't lost. You know, this is extreme fighting. Extreme fighting is different.
Does that make it a longer ride home for him now, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, he has the ability to train more and to get more well-versed, you know, on the ground.
Okay, well, that's something that he will look for. We'd like to remind you here that Battlecade merchandise is available now at 1-800-713-0822. Given to you by Action Printwear International. T-shirts are available for $16.95. Crop tops available for $19.95. Sweatshirts available for $24.95. I think I'll get one of each, John.
I got to get one of the sweatshirts.
All merchandise is 100% heavyweight cotton. So you get a look at some of the Battlecade paraphernalia, memorabilia on hand. Call now for this merchandise as well as a T-back sleeveless muscle tee for $16.95.
Please don't forget to pick up your Battlecade.
All merchandise
streetwear
comes
before you
in
leave.
different colors and includes $5 for shipping and handling.
And the girl is not included.
I was about to say that.
I'm sorry.
John, but you hit it right there. The girl is not included. Some nice merchandise, very handsomely laid out, good logos, and that comes to you, our friends at Battlecade, and make sure you have a souvenir of this, no matter where you were for this fight. And is that the man there? Is that John Perretti with that?
Yeah, that's me winning from the bottom.
That's you winning from the bottom. That's the ad in here. And John, of course, the No Rules Kickboxing has the record. Explain that a little bit. The record you have, which we've seen on posters here, it looks like you could never possibly get your leg up that high.
Well, you know, obviously that's a different poster, but you know, my record is in kickboxing, and it's not in no rules fighting. So I am a no rules fighter now, and that's what I teach, but it's a little different. You know,
what
as
actually
you can see.
is the record, and what are you actually showing with that?
My record is 39-3-1 in full contact competition. Mostly I got very lucky, and I had a very nice right leg, and I used that mostly, and I really didn't have much hands. But the right leg, if it's good enough, is sufficient.
Okay, so John Perretti, who has made the matches here tonight and has all types of credentials, four-time international kickboxing champion. As you settle down, the unique arena in the round, no corners, no advantage to anybody, nowhere to hide.
Yeah, when I designed this ring, we designed it as a circle, and it's 27 feet in diameter, and it's totally padded. It's not a chain link fence, it's lobster cage. I mean, that stuff is strong. Everything's welded. The structure is amazing.
And what's interesting, too, John, we haven't seen very much in the center of the ring tonight.
Well, Mario Sperry actually did drag his man prior to finishing him to the center of the ring.
For that one. But for most of all, it's been find a weakness, push the guy back, and they have been finishing fights very quickly here, taking advantage of the initial takedown that they have used.
And I am looking so forward to this next fight. I mean, Carlson Gracie Jr., the son of the great Carlson Gracie Sr., versus John Lewis. And it's going to be just amazing.
So, as you take a look at Robert Loyer, and disgruntled there, but the medical attention was necessary. And don't forget, he objected, but imagine what a few more shots to that vulnerable area could have done to him. He was down, didn't know he was in the cut, but
all you got to do is imagine that he has the ability to learn a little grappling, a little leg work, and then he'll learn more every time he fights.
And he talked about the jiu-jitsu. Now, we're going to have a Gracie coming at you. Health Gracie was in our first fight tonight, and he was able to make very short work, John.
Oh, I told you he's an extremely dominant fighter.
And Health, of course, with very relaxed moves, very good here as he went off against
Makoto.
His opponent. Now, Makoto tries the kicks, tries everything, and you talked about the distance And watch how Gracie just closes it up like a viper. And there he is. As soon as he saw it, the quick reaction, that's one thing you have to appreciate about him. He closed that instantly, and then it was his fight from there. And he got up right away and started punching. Now, we've seen other fighters since then. I don't think I've seen anybody make the transition as quickly as he did. Now, Sperry has his own type of skills, but this guy was an animal.
Oh, he really is. And, you know, as I said before, he loves to punch and he loves to grapple. So, I mean, he can do it all. Look at him.
Yes, he looks like he's just beginning his night's work, and he made the quick transition from the bottom to the top. Excellent balance, leverage, and went right away with his strategy, starting to punch to the head. Did not have to think about what he wanted to do there.
He also is going to be welcome on this show very soon.
Well, we've got another fight coming your way with a Gracie. Carlson Gracie this time, 8-0, and John Lewis, 6-0. They've been matched in the lightweight division, 159 pounds and under. They'll be getting ready to rock here in what is our 7th fight of the night. And of course, we've got championships coming your way from other fights in this way. Well, the Gracie name is magic in this business. Let's take a look at one more of the Gracies, Carlson Gracie.
Meu pai foi o melhor lutador da família e eu vim aqui defender o nome dele.
Extreme Fighting Lightweight Championship of the World bout from Rio de Janeiro and the Gracie family, introducing Carlson Gracie Jr.
Carlson Gracie as he makes his entrance in here.
On his right, Victor Gracie with his hand on his shoulder. Not people don't know much about this guy, but this guy is one of the best. He's a 6-time Brazilian Greco-Roman champion and 10-time Brazilian national champion.
The Prince of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 26 years old, 5'7", 158, so very smart. Gets right to the edge of the division limit, gives himself every chance here.
Look at the ears on this boy. You think he's been grappling a long time?
Woo! And in the typical Gracie tradition, unfazed by everything.
Totally single-minded, purposeful, but not arrogant.
That's what years of a reputation will do for you. That's what years of winning, confidence, respect for the art will do for you. Well, he'll be coming in here against John Lewis. Comes off a 1-minute, 15-second win in the Creation Games in Hawaii. Got a big road in front of him tonight.
What I think is so great about this type of fighting is that it's the only art, or it's the only kind of sport that really shows different systems together, so you can see what systems really kind of dominate other systems: ground fighting, stand-up versus karate versus kickboxing. And it's also a real good way to test what you can do as a fighter in general, not just points or with sport, but you can actually see what you're capable of in a real-life situation.
And his opponent entering the ring now, from Las Vegas, Nevada, John Lewis.
So John Lewis, a man with an appreciation of the different forms of the boxing and the martial arts, makes his way in.
John Lewis can do it all. He used to be a professional dancer. He can box, he can kick, he's got a body. He's about down at 4% body fat. He weighed in at 159, I think, right on the dot.
And somebody who appreciates the value of the tattoos. Let's get the introductions now.
On my right, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, the Prince of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the son of Carlson Gracie, with a record undefeated of 8-0, 10-time Brazilian national champion, 6-time Brazilian Greco-Roman champion. He is 26 years old, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 158 pounds, introducing Carlson Gracie Jr. On my left, from Las Vegas, Nevada, coming off a 1-minute, 15-second win in the 1995 Pan Creation Games in Hawaii, one of 4 black belts worldwide from Master Grappler Gene LaBelle, founder of J-Sec Jiu-Jitsu. He has a record of 6-0. He is 27 years old, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 158 pounds, John Lewis.
So Lewis and Gracie get ready here. Both very similar, 158 pounds. And John, this is our closest matchup in terms of weight in this competition.
This is an amazing match. I might say so myself. But they have to cut that tape down. It's gotten too high on John's hands. Carlson Gracie Sr. complained about it. And when the Gracies complain about something, you know, they don't want to win for the wrong reason. I don't think Lewis wants to win for the wrong reason either.
No, he's cutting some off, taping it up and making it a little strong. It doesn't look like they put an abundance of extra tape there.
He just got a little carried away, and that's fine. He can tape the wrists. The wrists are fine.
So he gets the 1 extra wrap and the handy work done in there by the referee, who has to do a little bit of everything.
Well, he's a skilled guy, you know.
And we're set for the action now. Lewis and Gracie. Gracie in the maroon trunks and Lewis in the black. And this should be interesting to see how guys at the same weight will perform.
These guys can go.
And the leg kicks are underway.
This is going to go to the ground very, very quickly. Both these guys are very confident on the ground. See John Lewis sidestep there. That was very sweet.
They want to make sure that they can get the right situation on the ground, do it on their terms.
And there's the tackle. John Lewis got up again. That's probably the first time that's happened. And he rolled him, almost.
Lewis able to neutralize after he was
Lewis
tackled.
Got an extremely good guard. Look at this. And a nice little shot to the face.
And we're seeing some of the quickness you expect from the lighter weights now.
Look at Lewis pound to the head from the guard.
Earlier we saw Tom Glanville try to win from the guard. He could not.
This is a whole different animal.
Better situation here, a much better guard. He's got the control.
Yeah, he's got the control, but you know, Carlson Gracie, you know, is calming down now. You can see it. Very dangerous to punch the head with an open hand, fist like that. Lewis trying to keep the guard, keep him away from him. See that?
And he got slapped.
Big right hand. Oh, but he tried to get the mount. Lewis gets away again. Lewis goes down.
We're seeing
an amazing fight.
We're seeing our best technical execution of the entire night.
Gracie's on the back where they want to be, and John Lewis just playing the game.
And taunting him.
Look at this. Yes, he is. He's being dominant. Now, don't forget, Carlson's in a dominant position. You know? Carlson looks calm.
Lewis trying to work on his head. 2 minutes and 28 seconds is our
nice move around the outside for John Lewis. Let's see what's going to happen here. He's trying to get a knee lock on him. John Lewis is very strong for his size. Pretty amazing counter. John going up and around. See the legs always between them. That's the use of the guard. Carlson knows what he's doing. Big right hand lands from the outside.
And Lewis trying to take away that guard position of Gracie by landing from the outside and showing total respect there. He's up. He does not want to have...
John with a big stop to the face. Oh, almost got mounted though. You got to be very careful now. He's getting suckered into the game.
Yes. So is Gracie getting Lewis into his game?
Yes,
here?
absolutely. He's got ready for a double. It's not that John doesn't know what he's doing, though. You know, a couple of little elbows. Those are just taps. He doesn't care. Father's talking to him. You see that?
We have our longest
trying to turn his head
of the night, as these guys have done a lot here.
Oh, he almost went behind him. Be very careful you don't go behind him. See him hold defense.
And we're seeing strategies and counter strategies here. We're seeing strategies that have been broken.
This is such a great fight. I'm stepping on your words.
We're seeing people that have had to regroup and try different plans of attack, and they know what to do.
Now you see them calming down. They're both regrouping. John Lewis complaining about his mouthpiece. He wanted to throw it away. Oh, you see Carlson trying to go behind John Lewis there.
He tried hard to do that. Lewis did not let it happen. Knew
It was
exactly
very close.
what was going on.
It was very close.
But Gracie will try this again and again, and the thought being that one of these times it will work.
It's our longest fight so far.
Yeah, by a minute.
This is a technical fight.
And this is what happens with guys at the same weight, same quickness, identical skills, and both extremely skilled in the moves and counter moves of this profession.
Nice try for the headbutt. John Lewis with two little uppercuts, just trying to stop him from going behind. This is a very technical fight. I wonder when Carlson will make his next move to get behind him.
Is there enough room for him here to do something with Lewis' trap?
He's trying to go under the leg. You see the left leg of Lewis stopping him from rotating around to his right. But that's all he has to beat is that right leg. Lewis is an incredibly strong person.
And he is showing it here.
Oh, nice knee try. Oh, John gets suckered into the right hand. That was a very, very bad move. But he turns and gets straightened out again. But yeah, he got suckered into throwing the punch and he went under him.
It's almost like we started over again here as we approach the 5-minute mark.
Well, this fight's going to go a lot longer than that. This fight will go to overtime probably. Got to be careful of the knees of Carlson Gracie from this position. Lewis trying to get his wind. You can see he's having a tough time breathing already. Whoa, he tried to make the move again to go behind.
And Lewis utilizing the top of the cage here. It's the first time we've seen
Totally allowed to do that. Absolutely allowed to do that.
We haven't seen it as a strategy up till now, but there's a guy that knows everything and how to do it here.
Look at the muscularity on Mr. Lewis.
Now, is Gracie centering his weight properly here?
Yes, very properly. He's trying to go behind. He's already got his head behind. It's only the arm that holds him. He's trying to step on his toes to keep his mount.
Now, what is Lewis waiting for here?
No, Lewis is just trying to get his wind and keep position. Now, you watch Gracie try to break his toes. John Lewis is going to get tired doing that. No, there's no problems here, but we have to see the way Carlson, is trying to dig a little hole behind. You're looking at the greatest Brazilian here. John Lewis is doing an amazing job. He's proving himself already.
Well, he's been able to neutralize certain moves by the Gracie up to the 6-minute mark of this contest here.
Sometimes there's just no need to talk. Trying the takedown again.
Well, they're plotting their strategies here, and now Lewis is out. Is he all the way out?
No, he's not. He's in exactly the same position because Carlson wants him in that position.
I'm surprised we have seen very little on the ground in this fight.
Yeah, John Lewis has to keep his left hand down because he's going to try to go under his arm.
And a good look at Gracie.
Looks like Lewis better start picking it up in a minute. Oh, he's going to go to guard. That would be a big mistake. From the stand-up to guard would be a very big mistake from this point. He's watching that head. He throws a couple of right hands in, but he really wants to do something with that head, but he knows if he uses his left hand, Carlson will go behind.
He's trying to pound the back there now.
Oh, big headbutt, and he's just so aware. Do you see that?
Yes.
Shifts over, doesn't let the head hit him.
Halfway through the scheduled bout. We've reached the milestone as the fighters are trying to get it together here.
Now you hear the Carlson Gracie team talking to him, trying to, little groin attack. Lewis gonna make a move here. Oh, nice headbutt.
Try by Gracie.
Great headbutt. John's nice and calm though. Oh, Carlson is really trying to get behind this boy. He knows he has to get behind him. He can't take his foot off the ground or he'll lose base.
Right.
Ooh, beautiful headbutt. Just grazing.
Lewis trying to do it from a defensive posture here. Tough way to fight.
Just kind of looking at him. He knows where he wants to go. He's keeping the hook on.
He has made it as we approach 9 minutes here.
Nice headbutt. The headbutt seems to be the best tactical weapon for Carlson now. He's got an arm under. He could get behind now.
Keep going, John. Same thing.
Now, if we get to the 5-minute mark as we start to think about overtime, is Lewis playing for overtime here?
Absolutely not. Lewis is trying to stop the progression of Carlson Gracie to behind him.
So he'll try to do that here.
See the way he's burrowing under his arm? He wants the back. He needs, big bang on the foot. When you see John Lewis move like that, you know that he knows where he's got to go. Carlson just trying to burrow under. John Lewis, 2 big right hands, one off the ear. That ear's been punched before, that's no problem. John Lewis with the single leg grape to hold the man in position and a nice piece of fence. Now remember, when we get down to 4 minutes and 51 now, we will go to overtime. They will separate these fighters and we'll start again for 5 minutes. This is the World Championship, Battlecade, Extreme Fighting. Carlson Gracie with a move. He's got John's base off the ground. Very dangerous. John tries a cross face lock and reclaims his guard. Tries to break his leg again. Nothing is happening on the toes. Another right hand from John. He winced that time. 4 minutes and 22 seconds. What a terrific strategy fight from 2 amazing athletes. The king of Brazil and probably the king of Las Vegas. He's trying to torque his neck a little bit more. Look at that position. Look at that position. Just so intent on getting behind him.
2 guys in one position holding it for this long.
And we know all about that. It's hard to hold things, especially heads, especially arms. Dave, I can't explain to you the exhaustion of these guys right now. They are at muscular fatigue levels that you know, you and I don't see.
No, they have really been going at it in basically a grudge match of attrition here. You look at the feet stepping on the toes. Gracie trying to get a different position here as we approach overtime. Now, what is each guy trying to do here, John?
This hasn't changed the strategy. John working for distraction and position. Carlson Gracie trying to get the back. He is up eventually. Oh, great move! Tries to make a takedown. Carlson failed on that move.
Somebody had to gamble.
John has to watch his arms now. Carlson is trying to get away. He's trying to break his leg.
Is there enough time still?
Oh, beautiful counter. John Lewis.
But Lewis pulling Gracie
trying to break the
here.
knee. He's going to throw a left hand, I think.
Some of the most
pulls out. Oh, ankles in jeopardy. Ankles in jeopardy. He pushes it down. His ankle, his knee is in jeopardy too.
he missed.
John Lewis with a tactical move off the fence. We haven't seen that in extreme fighting. Back again.
The crowd does not like that. They realized that Lewis had a chance for the finish.
No, Carlson was actually working very hard there to finish John. That's why he gave up the fence.
Now, after that, when Lewis took a shot, was trying for it, fans thought he was in a good position. Did not work out for him there.
No, it did not.
But 2 minutes to go here now as they wind down.
1:59, you're right. As I glance at the clock, we still have that burrowing Gracie.
Well, this has certainly been the most intriguing and fascinating matchup as far as moves, counter moves, what each guy does to try to negate the other. You get the feeling these guys looked at films of each other before they went at it because they knew their opponent.
Yeah, I don't think they have actually, but you know, don't forget who we're looking at in here. We're looking at an extreme underdog of John Lewis against the 10-time Brazilian national champion.
And a match that has developed as advertised.
Beautiful headbutt. Boy, Carlson can use his head, can he?
He did.
In more ways than one. Carlson is preparing to make a strategy move again, and he doesn't know that there's only 1 minute left, though.
And it's hard to get a sense. People may be screaming that to him in the corner if they had any idea. Hard to get a sense of how much time would be left, and now. But his back is to the people who are telling him there's a minute.
Right. They're speaking Portuguese. John Lewis doesn't know what the hell they're saying.
Well, folks, we have seen some short ones. We've seen some bouts under a minute. And the first fight that exceeded 2 minutes and 28 seconds did so in grandiose fashion as we are flirting with overtime.
Let me tell you something. If this bout goes any more difficult for Carlson Gracie, this will be a huge, huge upset for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Well, overtime a certainty.
We are in overtime.
What are the rules here, John?
Well, we have 5 minutes extra for overtime. Hey, but these guys have a 1 minute rest period now, and that's going to go very fast. I can't see a clock, but I know it's ticking away.
And when you're resting, that clock always seems to go very fast. Would there be any strategy change in overtime? Both guys knowing that there's only 5 minutes left instead of 15. Do they try to open up more? Do they settle? Do they stay with their game plan and settle for the draw if they have to?
No. Neither of the guys are going to settle for a draw.
So what happens strategy-wise then with the 5 minutes now that they know that the time is almost over?
More aggression. More and more aggression. Dominance of technique.
Would we be apt to see the possibility of gambling a little bit more in overtime? As we've gotten to the 2 minute mark now, approximately of rest period, combatants will gladly take that, and we start the last 5.
It's a little oversight on the timekeeper's part there. He's all wet. Carlson's all wet.
As they go back with 5 minutes to go.
Little kicking demonstration here.
So they go out of here with 4:35 left in overtime. And we believe that first session was about 14 seconds shy of 15 minutes according to the clock, but still quite a bit of action with these two guys. And now right in front of us, they do the same thing that was going on earlier. Now, John, we've got 4 minutes left. If this thing doesn't end, we have a draw.
Yeah, I'm just watching these guys from the back here, and this is just a horrifying fight. I mean, Carlson, Gracie just trying to go under him. John Lewis just being very strong and stubborn about it.
So if this goes all the way, they settle it for a draw. What happens then, John?
They split the purse, and they come back on extreme, fighting too.
They would have a score to settle.
But a draw for the Carlson Gracie team is unprecedented.
Yeah, we're coming close to that now. And again, John, it's worth repeating at times during this long fight what each guy wants to do here. We've talked about it a couple times with 3 minutes to go. Again, what do you think each guy is looking to do here? And who's doing it better?
I can't tell. This is such an amazing stalemate, but the Brazilians seem to be just screaming and imploring him to go behind, I think. They're trying to get him to turn, and they're trying to get a move. And John Lewis is trying to get a better strategy and position here. Carlson stomping on the feet again, and Lewis just kind of calm up there. Throwing some nice right hands. Maybe they're taking effect. Saw a little shake that time.
It is a little surprising to see fighters.
John Lewis isn't holding the ring anymore. It could be a move for Carlson Gracie.
He'll pick up on that immediately.
At 223 seconds, if he lets go of that ring, which he is now, it could be a big problem for him. Now, Carlson is such a great fighter that, he understands exactly where he is all the time.
I am a little surprised that neither fighter made a radical change from this after realizing that each one effectively was able to neutralize the other, as we have now gone past 18 minutes of this match.
Carlson Gracie is just such a great practitioner here, and he's really pushing on John Lewis, and he's actually dominating the fight.
But with no points and no way to be awarded a victory unless it's the usual route. Gracie is running out of time and is staring at a draw.
And that's it. History has been made. Wow. Carlson Gracie team has stopped. We have a draw.
You have been in this business for a long time. You followed the Gracie family. How monstrous is this?
Oh, this is cataclysmic. I mean, the Gracies just can't believe it. These guys represent themselves. These guys represent themselves, in a way that is just amazing.
And the crowd hamming it up for these guys who basically were able to take the strength of the other away to a point at least where we saw endurance. Now, some of these matches in the past, John, an hour and a half, you said, in the Brazilian matches, and this had the look of something that could have gone for quite a long time, even more.
Now, you got to look at these two guys, and you got to understand just how amazing they are. I mean, there's Carlson Gracie, telling John Lewis that, hey, come on, you held the ring. But the ring is the ring. It's part of the process. It's part of the environment. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, shows what it can do.
And you have a draw. We've had a little bit of everything tonight. So the crowd, a buzz here, as we have seen a startling development after many early submissions and some great moves thrown on people. We saw 20 minutes of tactical warfare. It was chess inside of a Battlecade arena.
It was amazing. Basically what we saw was Gene LaBelle Judo versus Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Wow, I guess they could go at it and you could have a nice rivalry as far as that goes. Well, let's get the final results now.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the lightweight world championship extreme fighting, we have a draw. Carlson Gracie Jr. and John Lewis.
Well, that's your draw there. The first time that's happened tonight. As John said, they will split the purses and come back the next time that we do this.
Won't that be an exciting rematch?
Oh, you know it will, and that's something that could almost be a rivalry. Once one of these draws occurs, you wonder if they go back, who would make the adjustment, what they would do differently, if they would stick with the same style, who's got the mettle to stay with what brought them there. Now, neither of these guys was willing to get out of what they thought was best. They were stubborn to the end. They were very good, and that's why you had your draw.
You know, Carlson Gracie Jr. is an amazing fighter, and he was up against an amazing fighter. And, you know, they proved, you know, that there's tremendous camaraderie at that elite level.
It has to be nice for a matchmaker to put something together, and they have a draw. Well, let's hear more about the Penthouse girls now from Scott Berlinger.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies
He'll try
and
it again.
gentlemen,
I think he's there.
Please welcome
He's a pro.
Penthouse Centerfold, Miss September 1993, Andy Sue Irwin.
Well, as we said earlier, John, a good time to be speechless. Fans love the girls. Certainly added an element of pageantry here.
My God, she's walking around like she's already won this.
Well, we've got some finals competitions coming up now, too, as fighters who won earlier get the chance to advance. Well, these fighters went to a draw. Let's hear their story now from Mr. T. Go ahead, Mr. T.
All right, thanks, Dave. Look here, Big John. What was your strategy holding on the ropes like that? Could you tell the people?
When I got to the ground, I felt really slippery, and he's very, very good. And he's very good at the legs and stuff, so I started getting slippery, a little bit tired, so I decided to use the ropes for my balance since it was there to use. This is sort of strategy.
Okay, all right, I want to ask, could you ask Gracie Jr., Carlson Jr., his strategy, you know, why he didn't be more active on the ropes with John?
Bom soco e he has a good punch and he was all the time holding the cage, and if it weren't this, it would be a good fight.
Oh, so if he wasn't holding on the cage, it would have been a better fight, for what you're saying?
Yeah, that's it, of course.
All right. Okay, could you watch the screen? Tell me what was the strategy there?
Tentei usar minha tática de luta, mas ele optou ele não deixou por segurar na grade. Junior was trying to do his fight technique, which is jiu-jitsu, to put him on the ground, but he didn't allow putting his hand in the cage all the time, holding the cage.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay, John, tell us about Carlson, his headbutts going against you, and I know he's a legend, and you had to be careful.
Right. You know, I can see, I feel I'm a good sensitivity to feel what's going to come, so I know when he's going to do headbutts, because he pulls away every time before he does it. When he's going to do things, I know that. I understand, like when I have him under my arm, he wants to go to my back, so I know I can't just turn crazy, because I know he'll take advantage. I understand what he was trying to do. He was doing very good, and he was very strong, and I couldn't afford to make any mistakes.
Right, but how about the headbutts? Were they taking a toll on? I know you hit him in the ribs a lot. Tell us about the headbutts.
Well, if he would have got he got a couple that were good, but overall, I think most of them hit me on the neck.
Oh.
But he feels very strong. I mean, he's very good.
Right, it was the longest fight of the night so far. But tell me, how do that bother the Gracie family, considering this was a draw?
Okay, the heavyweight finals coming up.
Não, porque ele é bom atleta e ele teve que optar pela tática dele. Eu tentei a minha e ele a dele. Junior said that he's a good athlete and he tried his technique, and Junior was trying his.
Right. Well, it was a good fight, and I'd like to show everybody the good sportsmanship of it. You know, both guys tried, you know, to draw the longest fight of the night. You know, I'm excited. I know the fans liked it. But do you have anything to say about Brother Gracie here?
Just I respect him. When I came into this, I already know. I mean, I respect his family. I respect Carlson Gracie very, very much. He has an incredible track record of his own fighting. So I didn't take anything. I mean, I knew already it was going to be very hard.
All right. Hey, I want to say All I want to say, congratulations to both of you guys. You know, good fight. And we're going to take it back to you, Dave. I enjoyed it.
Okay, Mr. T, we did too. As Mr. T wraps it up there, and we get ready now, John, for that heavyweight final we've been talking about. One that has been widely anticipated through the night. I see the smile on your face. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you think we might see here?
Well, we've seen Gary Myers, and we've seen Marcus Silviera. I think Marcus Silviera, is not as aggressive as Myers, but that Myers will put himself in a, unusually poor position maybe later on in the fight. In terms of condition, I think maybe Silviera has, better condition because of his Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, but, it's amazing the way Greco-Roman wrestling, can work against you.
Well, Myers, of course, in the fight with Glanville did get off to a start he wasn't particularly pleased about, turned it around immediately and showed an incredible will to finish. Now, as far as the styles here going in, what about the second fight of the night for a guy? The mental preparation, you can't get too high after the first win.
No. What you have to understand is that the conditioning of these athletes are different. Myers is a tackler, and Marcus Silviera is a go-behind kind of person. And he works out of the guard, he works out of the mount and the side control, and I'm not sure if Myers is going to, savvy that.
Because we might have the power, we might have the technique, and that's why it's the final, because we've got two different styles coming together, like the entire theme of the night, so we're getting ready for this heavyweight final. Should be an excellent matchup. Gary Myers, 151-1. Conan Marcus Silviera. Conan the Barbarian here has had a win, and Gary Myers advanced previously with his victory. So now they get ready to decide heavyweight matters at 200 pounds and over. Myers was in our third fight of the night against Tom Glanville, and he reversed an early situation where Glanville got an edge and was able to finish the fight quickly. And Conan beating Victor Tatarkin in 2 minutes and 28 seconds. And ironically, John, that was our longest fight until the last one.
Oh, yeah. And the last one was just, it was just so wonderful to watch two guys of that experience, go at it and have that much respect for each other. I just think that this next fight is just going to be equally exciting.
Well, now we have two guys who come in here with not only good experience, but with victories tonight. So now they've had their reputations enhanced by their earlier performance. Now they know that this is the one for everything, and the idea of staying focused and staying within yourself and not overextending yourself that fighters talk about, we'll see it come into play here.
This is the first extreme fighting world championship right now.
History being made.
We don't know, but who's going to win this?
It's really two guys with opposing skills, which is what makes it exciting. We're ready now for the formal introductions. Let's have them now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Battlecade Extreme Fighting Heavyweight Championship of the World. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Marcus Conan Silviera.
Marcus Conan Silviera now coming in for the final. Well, John, as we come in here for this final, do you think that Silviera is either upset or additionally motivated by what he saw with the Gracie family in the draw?
I think it's going to make him fight even harder to please Carlson. His son went to a draw for the first time in his life. Marcus really is motivated.
So he's got a lot on the line here. He would like to turn it all around. Let's get the formal introductions now.
And his opponent entering the ring now, from Muncie, Indiana, Gary, the Iron Bear, Myers.
Well, Gary, the Iron Bear Myers, certainly displayed a monstrous finishing ability, and I'll tell you what, this has all the look of any main event you would like to see. There is psych out here, there is intimidation, there is motivation. Let's hear all about it.
On my right, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, member of the Carlson Gracie team, awarded his own Carlson Gracie School in Miami, Florida. the 1994 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, with an undefeated record of 27-0. He is 30 years old, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 247 pounds, Marcus Conan Silviera. On my left, from Muncie, Indiana, 6-time gold medalist in Greco-Roman World Competition, with a record of 151-1. He is 30 years old, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 220 pounds, Gary, the Iron Bear, Myers.
Well, John, in extreme fighting, it may not get any better than this.
We're looking at the big boys now.
They look ready. They each come off victories.
And I think Myers is the aggressor here.
Well, it worked for him in his last fight. And we'll see how it happens
this
here.
Is great. Hold on to your seats. Big right hands coming in there.
And Marcus Silviera going
to the guard. See the way they lift them up with the guard legs? He goes to the closed guard. Marcus feels the pressure of this man. That's why he went to the closed guard. Marcus moving himself away from the fence.
Trying to get a little bit of room here as we go 30 seconds into this heavyweight championship fight. Marcus Silviera on the bottom in the guard position.
See,
and Myers on top trying to get away from that and work on his game here.
This is a very bad position for Gary Myers because he doesn't understand the Brazilian guard.
No, he does understand pounding from there, and he will try to overpower and muscle his way to a win. And that's the contrast in this fight.
Very well put. He's going to annoy Marcus, though. And these Brazilians have a way of getting back.
And of course, in his last
trying to
fight,
turn him over. Marcus is trying to turn me over. I'm sorry.
Myers was able to get away from a would-be guard thrown by Glanville, so he may not be as bothered by this as he normally would be.
Single leg grapevine by Marcus trying to turn him. He's almost got him now. Gary Myers with a great base. I mean, a great base.
Myers
not a good base.
He
a
just
great base.
saved himself there.
Myers showing what he's got.
The best of Greco-Roman, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This fight is in the trenches, ground fighting. Two guys who have won competitions tonight, advanced to this stage, showing a lot of strategy and a lot of intensity 2 minutes in.
Marcus content to stay on the bottom, trying to get his head off the fence, and he does.
Myers tried to land a punch.
To be very careful there. Marcus almost claimed position on him. Marcus trying to push the elbow across. See, he's trying to seduce Gary.
He may have seduced him indeed. Myers doesn't seem to have too much tolerance for this position. He likes to punch from there. He's not as much into the wrestling aspect.
Well, he wants to punch from there, but you got to watch that right, the arm. See the way the arm is starting to work. The referee's got a cut under the eye and a big cut over the left eye, right eye rather.
They stopped the Loyer fight for this reason earlier.
Oh, please don't
How
stop
bad
this
is
fight.
it?
Please don't stop this fight.
How bad is it? Didn't seem as bad, and as deep as the Loyer cut him, you would suspect that they should let this go.
Doctor tends to bolt him at the same time. It's nothing.
I think they'll let this go.
You were perfect. That's your fault. You were perfect.
It's nothing. Both doctors agree.
Does the clock stop during this break, John? What happens with the clock during this?
The clock should be stopped.
Well, as expected, the show will go on.
got that weird bouncy style, doesn't he?
He certainly does. A pleasing contrast here. He's trying to make a wrestling type move, but Conan is on him.
You don't shoot against this guy too easily.
If you shoot, you better not miss. Go for the legs down low. Make sure it connects. The upper body strength of Conan here.
Gary Myers going for the shoot again. Uh-oh. A little turnover about to happen here. Myers has been here before. Great basing, Gary Myers.
Did he touch out?
I couldn't see from here.
It looked like he touched out.
Marcus won.
This is over.
Tapped out from a guillotine, I believe. I couldn't see from this angle.
Immediately, it looked like he did. How quickly it can change. Gary Myers got wrapped up. We talked about that upper arm strength and the guillotine.
And there it is. And there's the belt coming in.
And how quickly this ends, and what a unique position for it to end. Myers had been given a reprieve. They were starting over. And in extreme fighting, it happens extremely quick. Here is Conan. John, take us through.
Well, you see that they're trying to get a turnover here, and he's got the arm connected. He can't get it because Gary's base is just so wonderful.
You were talking about that.
But you see he switches hands, and he starts to work the guillotine.
And he's
sliding the guillotine in, and he's arching his back, and Gary just doesn't know to put guard on him to try to stop that action, and he taps out on the fence. That's why we couldn't see it.
And how quickly and amazingly decisive is that quick turn.
Oh, it's not just a
Conan.
choke, it's a crank.
It's a crank, but the speed, I think, is amazing with that, because people would look at that and say, well, they look like they're in a fairly even position, and how quickly it changes while you're standing up. They didn't have to go to the ground. There were no punches to the head here. This is as you're standing. Watch how Conan will immediately turn this bout around and permanently. That's something you have to
Here
admire.
you see him, he's going to start arching his back and putting pressure on the neck, and there it is. He holds the leg, but Conan's leg is super strong.
It is all about setting up the moves, and while he's still
and there's the tap out on
has
the
a
fence.
chance. Now, that's Gary Myers. That's a man who headbutted his last opponent, was aggressive in this fight, but when the right move gets applied, it's over, and let's hear the final details.
At 4 minutes and 25 seconds, winner and new Battlecade Extreme Fighting Heavyweight World Champion, Marcus Conan Silviera.
So Conan gets it done. Marcus Silviera showing you maybe the best individual move of the night, as he wins this one standing up.
But with the stand-up guillotine. So there wasn't much he could do if he didn't understand to put guard in it.
Let's go back now for some more from the ring announcer, Scott Berlinger.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Penthouse Centerfold, Miss December 1993, Lavina Holmes.
Now Lavina Holmes makes her way around. And now Mr. T is with somebody not quite as pretty, but the winner in this heavyweight contest. Go ahead, Mr. T.
Thanks, Dave. Hey, champ, did you think they was gonna stop the fight because of the cut?
No, really, because, you know, I was unconscious or something like that. And I feel like, you know, I couldn't go ahead. So, you know, people from Jiu-Jitsu, they like to go all the way, you know what I'm saying? They don't stop for something like that. The only way he can stop me, you know, show me then he's better than me. It's nothing personal, don't put it like that. But his technique is better than mine. So, you know, I go all the way. There's a Carlson Jiu-Jitsu. He's the one, you know, right here the two guys over here, they make me do something like that.
Okay, what about toward the end of the fight? When you had them submit, when you put them in the chokehold. What tell us about that?
Well, I knew that he was a kind of heavy guy, So when if he stopped the fight, I knew he was coming because he's a short guy. He's gonna come lower. So I know he have the neck right there. So I didn't lose the opportunity to get the neck.
Yeah, it was a good match there. We was worried about, who had the upper hand because he was shorter, then you gave away some pound of height. He was going to try to do that shooting move on you.
Right. So I was waiting for, you to be in a tournament like that. It's no, beat the opponent or something like that. You got to know how to control yourself for the situation like that.
Okay, good. Congratulations, champ. Thanks, now. All right, back to you, Big Dave.
All right, Mr. T, as you hear from Conan winning the heavyweight championship, and we've got still ahead the Zen Machine and Igor to finalize their championship bout. Igor Zinoviev, 16-0 in the middleweight final here. Mario Sperry, 273-0 after his earlier victory tonight. Well, Igor told us a couple days ago, who knows what might happen if he fights Sperry. He gets his chance now. Let's go to Gary Sperling.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Battlecade Extreme Fighting Middleweight World Championship. From St. Petersburg, Russia, Igor Zinoviev.
And there is Igor Zinoviev. Mild-mannered, down-to-earth guy, left a couple days ago talking about the prospect of fighting Mario Sperry. Knew he'd be an underdog, but said, who knows?
Oh, this guy is tough as nails. I think he's overmatched. But who knows?
Well, if he did find himself overmatched here, he earned the right by virtue of an earlier victory.
Look at John Lewis in his corner.
John Lewis looks like he could go another 20 minutes with a Gracie.
He doesn't have a mark on him.
Well, that was certainly the most unique, and the last two fights have been amazing in that regard. The draw over the 20 minutes showing us one thing, and then the guillotine applied by Conan. Well, let's hear about Mario Sperry now.
And his opponent entering the ring now from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Mario Sperry.
Well, Mario is 273-0 now, and he was the Cadillac of that first round. Just extremely smooth, John. And again, he looks like he's not phased at all by this tougher assignment now than his first fight.
He's the best there is. He knows it. He's the Zen Machine. He never shows any emotion at all.
Well, now you're Igor. How do you try to get this guy out of his Zen Machine status? What do you do to try and upset him at least?
You don't throw a side kick. That's for sure.
Okay.
Just look at Mario's face. I mean, he is just completely composed. Mario's the baddest dude on the planet right now, and Igor has a job for him that no one relishes.
Let's go to Scott Berlinger.
On my right, from St. Petersburg, Russia, the 1995 Empire State Games Judo Absolute Division Champion. He was the captain of the Russian Judo team. With a kickboxing record of 15-0, he is 28 years old, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, and weighing in tonight at 187 pounds, Igor Zinoviev. On my left, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, esteemed member of the Carlson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu team, the 1995 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, undefeated with an unprecedented record of 273-0 and a reputation of winning in under 2 minutes. He is 27 years old, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 199 pounds. He is Mario, the Zen Machine, Sperry.
Well, fans, this should be a treat. Last bout of the evening.
This is more than a treat. You're watching the two magicians out there.
Mario Sperry justified that reputation. Anybody who saw him for the first time tonight, absolutely unflappable in that first victory. And Igor Zinoviev, a lot of heart, a lot of technique.
And tough as nails.
And he will need it all. Now that he's at that upper echelon of competition, going against Sperry, who has never lost, but was extended past the 2-minute mark in his last fight. That was an event by itself.
I noticed Igor has a new injury, his left knee.
And we go now with the final fight. Igor faked that kick that John Perretti said, don't throw.
Ooh, big right hand on the come in. This is a very similar pose to what we saw before.
Mario Sperry, good balance. Igor tries to take it down to take the shot down.
Very bad move.
Well, Igor went for it early.
He went for it, but you know.
And it cost him.
Oh, desperately. He's almost got side control on him. Igor's been there before, I'm sure, but not against somebody like this.
Why do you think he made that move right away? Did he figure he had to just do something drastic?
He knew he was going behind him.
And now, this is where you usually see Mario Sperry, right around this time of the fight.
This is a very bad position for Igor.
And Mario Sperry doesn't let people out of these holds.
You see the way he's crawling around to his back? It's very dangerous with Zinoviev.
Sperry with excellent control on top, balance, weight distribution, willing to ride it as long as necessary.
Here comes the punches in a second. Big knee.
Kick. We saw the big leg come over before, just before he finished his man now.
Igor tried to move him out of position there. Here come the punches, his hands are starting to free up. See the way he's just squirming to the back. Very bad position. Big, huge knee too. And the punches are starting. He's got side control now. Now the next position is mount. And Igor knows it, but Igor
kept him off for a second.
Igor tried to go behind him. It was a very technical move. Oh, very bad. Oh, Igor's up. He's up. That's an amazing move. Unbelievable move.
Igor Zinoviev.
He raised eyebrows on Mario.
The biggest escape tonight. And maybe he did it, John, because he went against the grain of common moves. May have surprised Mario Sperry, so
he shocked Mario Sperry.
He lets Mario Sperry know he's in a match now.
This boy is not going to go down easy, by the way. He's got a huge base.
Well, if Mario Sperry can get the same position on Igor, who knows, as Igor said, maybe he'll have to gamble.
No, Igor's got guard. No, he doesn't have guard. He's lost a leg now. And there's Health Gracie telling him what to do. Relax, relax.
Telling him how to move the leg here, get around.
He's telling him to relax and sprawl.
All weight distribution. Notice he's in no hurry here. The right move can end a match.
Watch Mario Sperry's left leg. It's going to try to advance. That's why Igor... Oh, it's advancing through the middle right there.
He gets it up behind Igor's legs.
I thought I saw a glimmer of emotion on Mario's face just then. He's trying to get it through the middle. Igor gets full guard. He dominated position.
Igor controlling from the bottom for a second. Mario comes after him. And this is fun here.
Oh, this is not only a technical fight, this is ultra strength fight. They're telling him to pass the guard, stand up and pass the guard. Nice kick in the face by Igor, and he gets guard again. Oh my God, the Russian is really, uh-oh. Just as I spoke.
Well, Sperry was able to go around, and now is in a very strong position.
Oh, huge position. Just like he was before. Oh, he's mounted him. This could be the beginning of the end right here.
You have to be perfect against Mario Sperry, and this is his second chance to finish here.
Mario's going to rest now and start to mount his attack. Igor's in a very bad position. You know, don't forget, no one's ever gotten out of this position with Mario Sperry.
The legs are up past the top now as he just continues to get weight distribution, position, and will try to use Igor's strength against Igor. Now here come the punches. Igor with a lot of heart.
Oh, a lot of heart, and in the worst possible position. He's going to get exhausted down there. He actually tried to punch him from the bottom of the mount.
What option would Igor have?
Oh, he just got hit with a very brutal left hand, and he's bleeding above the eye, I think.
Yes, he is.
Or maybe it's below the eye. Mario is just so dominant.
Well, Mario Sperry doesn't let people out. What would be the way out for Victor?
He'd have to push the knees back and flip and bridge to get him over the top. But, you know, this guy's got a base of 273 wins.
Is that all he has to do?
He almost did it.
He almost did his right. A lot of heart from Igor Zinoviev, who came in here and has really lasted now past the 5-minute mark and gotten out of 2 would-be end-of-the-fight situations.
I don't think anybody's ever gone 10 minutes with Mario Sperry in history.
Well, Igor Zinoviev has known the exact moment when to try and fight back. He is in a tough spot here, but he always tries to punch as he's getting hit and try to move Sperry. But what happens is Sperry just works on you.
It's tough as nails.
And is virtually unflappable. You get a good look.
He's got 2 cuts on his face. He's trying to put pressure on his arms, but Igor's so strong. He's going for an armbar. Whoa, he almost made that.
Igor Zinoviev has done very well.
Oh my God, he reversed the position! Unprecedented activity! No one's ever gotten out of the mount from Mario Sperry.
Well, Igor Zinoviev sets history. Igor Houdini Zinoviev tonight.
Oh my God.
A tremendous amount of heart from Igor Zinoviev.
And he's just holding the head.
A long journey for Zinoviev.
He's going to try to bridge him. He's going to try to bridge Mario off. Mario's peeling his hands because he senses the bridge. He's bridging him off. Oh, he got full mount. He did it, just like I say. He's trying to crank him. He's got guard. He's got a finishing hold. If Mario doesn't get up, he's got a finishing hold.
Igor Zinoviev.
He reclaims guard. Igor is actually holding his neck pretty tight.
Trying to do what nobody's ever done against Mario Sperry, but in big trouble here.
Can you see Mario's face?
Yes.
He's going to try to bridge again.
Igor Zinoviev closing in on the halfway point of this match. You see the grimace. This is all pain, determination, technique, will, coming together. The crowd on
He lets go of the head, he loses the whole thing. Igor's getting up again. He got half guard.
We're halfway through regulation. The crowd has lurched forward to come in and get a better view.
Oh, Igor gets guard again, but he almost got mount.
Igor's gotten guard. Mario Sperry has not been impressed, but he has had to work
Mario's
very
getting mount
hard.
again. He got full mount again.
He has had that many times. How many times will he go to the well with mount before he finishes this fight?
This is a very bad position, though. He's standing up.
And now Sperry doing a lot more quickness with his punches. He knows that he has to take advantage of mount more than in previous fights. He has to get
Bad position now for Igor. He was better before when he had his head. Big right hand. He's turning his back. He can't do that to the Brazilian.
Well, he's trying to turn the head not to get hit, but he might turn right into a finishing hold.
Oh, absolutely. And well said. Dave, you don't need me anymore.
I've got it, right?
Clearly.
Yeah, you're the best, though. comes in. And here is Sperry trying to get Mount, trying to finish it off. And Igor Zinoviev, with tremendous guts, has hung in here in a position in which it would be easy for most guys to quit because it's not exciting for you down there. He really has shown tremendous courage and heart here, and Sperry, knowing he's being extended here.
Sperry with his mouth open, Igor just so tough, but just dominated in position. Uh-oh, this is bad. He's cleaning him now.
Well, now
Igor hasn't quit, though.
No, he got hit a little bit more than in the past. The beginning of this fight, he is hanging on, and we are closing in on 10 minutes against Mario Sperry. That is big news in and of itself.
Trying to go to his back. Igor reverses the whole position into Kesugatami.
He has turned it on for these fans.
And he's tried to go behind. Sperry is trying to slip out and go behind.
Igor Zinoviev into his 11th minute with the master of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
But he is behind him. If Igor lets go of that head, Mario Sperry lives behind him.
Igor Zinoviev
is going behind him.
He's been better as a defensive fighter here.
Standing up. Igor is standing up. Do you realize what that means? The jiu-jitsu world is going nuts. Big uppercuts.
Igor Zinoviev has put a new definition on the word versatile in this match here.
I am speechless.
He has extended the master, Mario Sperry.
Extreme fighting is the only place you'll ever see a match of this duration and of this just sophistication.
Sophistication, a key word there, John, because we have seen intensity, power, and chess.
Look at the position Mario's trying to achieve. Up, went behind him again. But Zinoviev's base is incredible.
And so Mario goes to the punching and an uppercut.
Huge punching.
And we look at X's and O's. Let's not forget the fatigue factor.
Incredible reversal! An incredible reversal! Igor felt him do it. Igor could finish this from this position.
Houdini Zinoviev.
You got a cut. Mario is cut.
What will the
This is the most unbelievable fight. It's a huge cut over the top of his eyes.
They could stop it for that.
This could be the fight. This could be the fight. He stopped the fight. We have an undisputed heavyweight middleweight champion of the world. It's pandemonium.
You said before this competition started, John, if Mario Sperry ever lost, it would be cataclysmic. It would be Tyson and Douglas in the martial arts Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world. And it has happened. Igor Zinoviev,
the toughest man on earth. Look at him.
That's why you have to fight these battles. They can't be done on paper. And I think what he did with his escaping and his sense of timing was incredible. Here is Igor, the man who said, who knows, a couple of days ago. Well, now we know that he beat Mario Sperry, who was 273-0.
Watch this move. Mario makes the amazing jump. Igor feels him do it, comes around behind, and knees him right in the face.
What a risk to your neck. He turned inside against the body movement, and Igor knew when to turn it on.
The new hero, the new middleweight extreme fighting champion of the world, beating Mario Sperry in how much time? Did he get time?
Nearly 13 minutes in this match, and he was almost out of this several times. Maybe that's even bigger than the victory itself, is that he didn't just come in there and shock Mario Sperry, he escaped from certain loss several times, which says a lot for never giving up in a fight and always knowing the moves.
Who's the toughest 199-pounder on earth?
Here is Igor. That was the move of the night right there. He sensed Mario Sperry's weight above him and went the other way. He did it before when he amazed us with the escape. What a sense of body misdirection by Igor Zinoviev. He went against the grain all night.
My God, this man has proved himself to be the strongest, most resilient, and the fiercest fighter in the 199-pound category, bar none.
Well, John, a legend has been born.
I couldn't have said it better.
You know, you put on these competitions. Let's get the final information now from Scott Berlinger.
At 11:39 of the match, winner and new Battlecade Extreme Fighting Middleweight World Champion by submission, Igor Zinoviev.
Well, Igor Zinoviev has done what John Perretti said would be the Tyson
Let's
Douglas.
just look at it one more time. The big leap to get the neck. Igor backs out and throws the knee. He knew all the time that that was going to happen.
Well, what do you think turned it on there as Mr. T is getting ready? He'll talk with Igor Zinoviev shortly. He will at least give us the end of it here. So Igor Zinoviev, John Perretti, what a way to cap this evening that Igor Zinoviev has written a new chapter in extreme fighting, and what a night to do it. People tuning in for the first time, perhaps, seeing a legend replaced.
I'm flabbergasted. What can I say? I mean, we have seen the best match that I could summon up, and here it is. You know, the strangest ending.
273-0, and Igor Houdini Zinoviev, which I think should be his nickname, is there. We throw it to Mr. T. John, this has been a pleasure tonight. We go to Mr. T.
Hey, thanks, John. Thanks, Big Dave. I had fun working with you guys, and I'll see everybody at Extreme Fighting 2. Be there. All right, guys, what fight? You still there? Get away from me, man. Get away. All right.
All right, so Mr. T going and doing his fraternizing. This has been a tremendous thrill here.
Dave Bontempo, thank you so much.
John, it's been a thrill on my end as well. Nice match that you made, too. Well, we are so happy you joined us for Extreme Fighting. For everybody in the crew, for John Perretti, this is Dave Bontempo saying so long, everybody, and see you for Extreme Fighting 2.
Bye-bye.